Lorcas's powers and a terrifying effect on the undead husk that was once a fellow spacer, Nareth lost consciousness and fell to the floor. Suave was quick to scoop them up and help them aside, setting them on a sofa, but the crew determined they could do nothing else for Nareth for now, so they determined to continue exploring the remaining rooms on the 5th floor. An ear-splitting noise caught Suave's attention, drew the crew across the hall where they found a seemingly abandoned robo-dog barking at the bathroom floor. Or the bathroom door, rather. Suave and Lorcas took turns attempting to persuade the thing to comply, and Jane opted to bark back. Lorcas inspected the dog and found it to be intact, and thus tried to hack into it. She accidentally selected the wrong port, earning herself a bite, but she dared to take another shot and managed to get herself and her companions recognized as friendly, thus getting the nuisance to stop making so much noise. Cautious from the previous incident with the husk, Lorcas opened the bathroom door with her psychic magic, causing hunger pains to rumbly in Jane's tumbly. Suave stormed in the bathroom to find 2 thwirls tending to their newborn litter and immediately shot both thwirl parents. He saw the litter and deduced that the ship must be overrun by thwirls, explaining the life signals they'd read from Ping. Jane washes her hands at the dire news. Suave tried to interact with Ein, now that it was determined to be the robo-dog's name, and he managed to take the place as replacement commander in the dog's programming, and it's now following him around happily. Everybody regathered in the central corridor, and using Nareth's hacked datapad, they continued opening doors and looked into a 3rd room where Jane found herself a lovely present accompanying a letter. Lorcas read the letter, and Jane was very confused about love letters. Suave tried to explain, but it didn't go very well, so they decided to take the ruby necklace and leave the letter behind. Lorcas looted the desk for supplies and found a few, shoved them into her bag. With nothing else, they left the final suite and looked around. Jane spotted another thwirl but didn't point it out to Suave, so the thing ran away to do who knows what. Suave plopped down in the luxurious bed and decided to take a nap with Ein. Lorcas explored another desk, found more supplies, nothing nearly as pretty as the ruby necklace, but Jane did manage to find a stunning yellow dress, and Lorcas applied some makeup to her face. Suave awakened and was amused by the happenings between the two, but with Nareth still in a fitful sleep, they opted to try and take on the dining hall with just the 3 of them. Jane rushed out of the elevator and initiated a battle with 2 husks. Lorcas began exploring a little more around the floor, and Suave joined in the husk elimination. After some shooting and borking viciously, Lorcas extrapolated some data from the panels on the dining floor and found out a little bit about the ship that they're on and its eventual fate. She learned that the star date displaying on the internal computer clock is 111.646, which her data pad translated to a high Terra date of November 9th, 3471. She calculated this to be approximately 6 months prior to the date that Ping jumped through the wall. As the group rejoins, Loricus gives this information to her fellows, and they decide to go and check in on Nareth after they finish a little more husk hunting. And Jane has a particularly close call with which Loricus helps her out by feeding her some psychic energy. Now checking in on Nareth, the crew watches as she fitfully sleeps, and Suave witnesses a very strange interaction between Loricus and Jane. Jane has been standing watch while Loricus attempts to cast magic on this necklace, a necklace that we have just found out was a necklace of strangulation. What will they do now? As Nareth begins to fitfully wake up from their state, Jane has jumped back and is now stripping off her yellow dress. And Loricus, you have identified that necklace to be a necklace of strangulation. What next?
Morning.
What happened? Why was I asleep?
If I remember rightly, we killed a weird husk thing, and you didn't enjoy that very much, and you passed out.
We did? What? I'm
Yup.
so
Nareth, roll
confused.
Constitution saving throw for me.
Alright, let me get my dice straight. There we go. Con save.
Have me fancy dice, by the way, for all you viewers at home.
Yes, our players do have fancy virtual dice that they can opt to roll if they like, that they've been able to customize to their character.
I have customized my virtual dice, however, I still have my fancy ones, and my fancy ones failed me and rolled me a 10 total.
Oh, you
Oh,
feel
no.
terrible, Nareth. You have a buzzing headache in the back of your head, and it just will not go away. It feels almost physically agonizing.
What? I remember we were fighting something, and there were lots of flashy lights. Oh, my head. Mm.
You alright there, pal?
No, it feels like someone's stabbing my brain. Oh,
Right.
right. Why is there a dog made of metal? We found a robo dog? What
Yeah,
is there? Oh, we have a robo dog. I love robo dogs. I always wanted one, but Sigma would never let me have one.
that's fine. Give him a pet if you want.
Oh, Nareth sort of achingly and then starts slowly stroking the robo dog, but then sort of looks around and goes, "Why was Jane stripping?"
Oh,
I'm sure it's
good
fine.
question.
I will just go check on them. And Loricus is going to, as she has kind of gotten up from the table and taken the pearl down and tucked it back into her like backpack, she's going to also slip the ruby necklace into the backpack and just kind of let that not be a thing anymore and pick it up. And she's like just sort of trying to slip out of the room a little bit too casual of an air to be natural. And she's gonna go try and find Jane.
Jane, where are you?
I'm behind a metal piece of the ship. People saw me lose control. I'm very embarrassed. I'm embarrassed.
Oh, Jane.
I was pretty.
You still are pretty. It wasn't the dress that made you pretty, Jane.
I didn't lose control. It was all her.
You didn't lose control. Did
Laura's gonna like walk into the room where Jane is hiding in the corner and just kind of sit down beside Jane.
Does
Across
Nareth
from
think I
Jane.
was stripping?
Normally, when somebody begins to rapidly remove their own clothing, that is what the onlookers presume is happening, yes.
Oh. We don't have strip clubs, but we've raided a few, I remember, and we had to do the numbers because we took a bunch of their coins. Those are interesting. A lot of not clothed people there. I hope Nareth doesn't think that I do that. I'm an accountant. I'm very good with numbers.
I'm sure they understand. You were not attempting to do what is normally done in a strip club.
I bet
But,
Bobby likes strip clubs.
Probably, yes. Jane,
Yes. Hello.
do you remember when I said there are many magical items in these worlds that may look beautiful like a necklace, but could still kill you.
Yeah.
And Jane is viciously rubbing her hands with like the alcohol from the bottle. She's just like,
Yeah,
So
I
this-
remember that.
Turns out to be one of those, and is not at all our fault that we had thoughts to put it on. That is how these things are functioned.
Okay, well that's good then. So Nareth is okay. They sound like shit.
I am unsure if they are colloquially okay.
Did you just say colloquial
Exactly.
calculator?
Yes. But they don't know.
Okay.
You know because you can hear me in your head.
Yeah,
They
that's
don't.
true.
So we could simply tell them it is a necklace that would not help, and so we will not put it on Nareth, and just leave it at that.
Okay.
We do not have to tell them that there was an urge to potentially put a strangling necklace on one of our party members here.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Probably.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's go check on them, I guess. Are we
Alright.
staying on this ship? We gotta figure out what we're doing. Hey, Ash, are we staying here or are we going?
As you say that, Jane, the lights flicker.
Ask and you shall receive answers.
Why do I feel like I've been unconscious for a while? What did I miss
Because
anything important?
Right.
Yes.
More or less, we have explored most of the ship.
No,
Found what?
perhaps half, but that is not most.
Oh, right. There's still the big hunting floor we haven't been out yet.
Also, the remaining half of the deck of where the food is, the dining hall, which I would be interested in returning to. I imagine at least you and I, Suave, would potentially begin to need some food, and they
Hmm.
could have non-perishable items.
I also need food. Just as a note.
Good. Did not want to assume one way or the other. Was going to ask.
Jane burps a
No,
little
that's
bit.
fine.
Jane has already been fed.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, that means you must know where the food is already then.
Lorcas is the food.
Jane ate Lorcas.
It's sort of no. Yes and no. I have no clue what's going on in that department. All of a sudden, both of them just started acting funny. You might want to, stick with me for a while, Nareth, just to make sure that neither of them's going to explode spontaneously.
There will be no
Buddy
exploding.
system. Buddy systems are very good.
Actually, since Jane and I can hear each other, it could be interesting to test it at a distance and partner us off with each of either of you.
Yeah, we're like walkie-talkies.
Exactly.
But the thing to consider is you might explode.
I promise you, I will not explode.
Well,
I don't think I explode.
if I'm buddying up with either of you two, then I'm going with whichever one wasn't the way to put a strange necklace on the other fucker.
What is this about a strange necklace?
It is nothing. It is
okay.
a necklace that was presumed to possibly be helpful. It's not. It's put away. It's fine.
Sure, I suppose.
Loricus,
what are you
roll
doing over there, Jane?
persuasion.
Watching
I
man.
was gonna say, I don't know if I do a good job lying unless you just allow it. Is it persuasion or deception? That seems like it might be more deception.
Yeah, it might be. Go with deception. They're both charisma based.
Oh, I did okay.
Nareth, you get the feeling there isn't the whole truth there. You can't put your finger on it, but you sense that Loricus is not telling you everything.
Very well. Right, so, I mean, I guess right now we have no reason to split up anyway, so maybe it's better if we just stay as a group, but...
Yeah, we
Yes.
don't know when Nareth
buddy
is gonna
system when it's
pass out
needed.
again.
Which way are we heading then? I don't know where we are.
Well, real quick, DM. Have we now that I'm like, oh, I need to find the captain. Are all the bodies that were on this floor definitively we'd identified are not the captain?
Yes, that's correct. The captain's not on this floor, and you know it.
Okay. Then I will say, well, I would like to return to the dining hall. My bag is relatively full. Perhaps if either of you have space to take on some food items. I'd also like to see if we can't locate the captain, and the dining hall seems like a logical place to potentially find somebody.
I don't like
that.
the dining hall, but I'll go. I have space in my bag.
Jane, you also
Uh.
recall that last time you had faced a husk, you threw the very last stick of dynamite you had, and you had talked with Suave about stopping by the vending machines for another weapon.
I'm really excited for more dynamite.
We do need to get Jane more guns.
I have a blaster if Jane needs a gun. I have a pretty hefty wrench I can swing.
I have claws. I just need my own gun.
Would you like to borrow mine?
I think you might need it. You haven't been down there yet.
Fair enough, I trust you on that.
It was not very pretty. I almost died.
Let's
Making
not
the
put the
jump,
fear of death
Loricus?
on your maybe.
Yes, as Jane says I almost died, Loricus is just gonna very casually jump away. Because that was an awkward situation. We'll let other people explain it.
All right.
After you two. I feel I'm the tallest, I should stick up the back. I've got the guard dog.
Right. I've still got
Are
the
you going to-
drones.
Carry the guard dog, or do you need me to float them again?
Oh, good point. If you could float them, please.
Alright, and I will kind of gesture a little bit with my hand, and the Ein will float upward, and then float across, and float back down.
Right, good boy.
Was that psychic energy, that mage hand?
My mage hand is psychic, yes.
Jane, please roll Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit, you're standing right beside
jeez.
me. We shouldn't do this.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you're peckish. Already. It's probably because you're not actually truly hungry, but it just tasted so good you kind of want another hit of that limey flavor. But Lorcas is a friend, and you're standing in front of everybody, so you don't do it, but you feel your tummy growl, and would be nice to have a snack.
Maybe I'm still a little hungry. Let's go find.
Do
Good it
I
is.
feel Jane's hunger psychically?
You hear her thought process in your mind of like, oh man, that psychic energy was so good and so sweet and citrusy, and maybe I could just have another. Oh, no, Lorcas is a friend, and I'm standing in front of everybody, and that's what you hear.
Ooh, cool. I'm gonna stand on the opposite side of the room from Jane just to be safe.
So what
Well, in
floor are
the
you going
elevator.
to?
Second?
Dining hall?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. To the dining hall.
Do you not own a token vision?
Nope, not yet, you don't. Now you should.
Hey. Now, Nareth, before you go much further, there were husks on this floor a while ago. So if you're gonna fall unconscious because you're squeamish again, then maybe,
I really don't know why I fell unconscious. I mean, I'm a little squeamish, that's true, but I've really never had that happen before. But it's really hard to say precisely.
You're probably hungry. I'm hungry.
That's possible. I haven't eaten in a while. Maybe I'm just tired, and I'm suffering from apparent narcolepsy with no real knowledge before, ever.
Can I do an insight check on Nareth? They seem a bit odd.
Yeah, you can do an insight check, sure. You believe what Nareth is telling you. You think that
Okay.
they're accurately representing their experience and just confused.
Okay. It's confusing to me that somebody wouldn't understand themselves, so.
There was a lot more
Alright,
stuff over here where I almost died.
you could just stop saying that.
Okay.
I'm really struggling to move into the same area as these guys. I don't know how they got there. I'm very confused.
Oh, that's the
Oh, is it-
chandelier on the
pipes on the
floor.
floor.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. My bad. There
You're
you go.
alright.
Alright.
Nareth,
Oh.
you see another husk body laying on the floor, this time completely unmoving.
Does it smell?
Roll perception for
Lovely.
me.
Is this the one that we killed earlier?
Mm-hmm. You'd have to get closer,
11.
Suavi, but you have the desire now to get closer and smell it.
I'm asking in general, like, if the corpses lying around smell.
Oh! Yeah, it smells like death.
Ugh.
Also, you can now double-click corpses and loot them. You should be able to.
I am stepping out here and very cautiously taking a look around to see if there's anything else hanging out.
There's a nasty dude. There's a nasty husk man over here.
Yeah, do I see that?
Yeah, you see it.
Alright, I will point it out to everybody.
Oh!
Jane!
Now, yes, it heard that and is turning around and walking towards you.
In my
for
head,
fuck's
I go.
sake.
In my head, I go. We had the element of surprise. It was gonna be so much easier, and now it's ruined. And
Right.
I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I'm scared.
Guns
Everybody,
out.
ready to roll initiative.
Hey.
Fuck's sake.
Tell you what, I'm going to use digital for now, just because I'm really not vibing the effort of typing it in every time, so I'm just going to use digital.
your digital dice are very pretty, anyway.
They are pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
They are very lovely.
That screwing could be the element of attack, I guess.
Woo! Good lineup.
All right,
Hmm.
Jane, it is your turn to go first.
Did you get a gun?
So, no, but I do still have at least one thing that I could throw. I'm gonna throw
Okay,
this.
as Jane is thinking this in her head, Lavrikas reminds you the
Wait.
ship, the
Why
glass.
is it?
Yeah, you look
Why
up.
is it only throwing-
Like Jane slowly is like hovering her hand over the frag grenade, just like
Lavrikas is like, I don't want to go into a vacuum of space in her head.
Yeah, as you look at the windows and look around, they are cracked and they currently have the blast shields closed over them. If they weren't there, you probably would not be standing here.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna oh god. I'm just gonna back away and go back into the dining hall and begin moving like towards like try to get him by surprise with the opposite side.
Okay. Fair
I'm
enough.
okay, it's fine. Okay, Laura, I got it. I would do something else. I'll be back.
Fun new
As
things.
Jane does that, the next thing Lore thinks in her head just before Jane's move is over is, that's what happened last time you died.
And there goes Jane. Nareth, it is your first battle. Well, second.
Well, yes, first in a while. So Is that the husk over here? Yes, right over here. Right, Nareth is gonna go here. Is gonna go here and is going to. 1 second, I can't. I'm so not used to this. Is going to try firing her phaser, which I don't know how to. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna roll physically because I don't. It's so much more complicated to try and use this right now.
That's fine.
So it is going to be a dex check with with a proficiency, so +4. I rolled a 13. Does that hit it?
A 13. Okay. Yes, 13 does hit.
Great. I deal 2d4 radiant damage.
Okay.
I deal 5 radiant damage.
5 radiant damage. Is that your turn?
That is my turn. I will actually no. Before I end my turn, I will move just a little further back because I barely used any of my movements. So
Yeah, I'll allow that. In case you guys haven't noticed, fun little new things. There's a start icon that will show up where you've begun your turn. There's a little spinning embellishment that will follow you when it is your turn. And there's a nice little border that'll surround you when you're on deck and up next, like Suavi is right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
right.
Hell yeah. Fancy. Fancy schmancy. Right.
Suavi, 'tis your turn.
I actually see it, yeah. I'm going to move into the room a little bit. Now I see it just fine. Move down, so I've still got the cover of the couch, but I'm not shooting at Lorcas's ass. And I'm going to gun.
Roll the gun.
The words "roll to gun" is astounding.
Oh, that hits.
14? Hell yeah.
Nice.
6 damage. I have edited the damage of my offhand pistol now. We fixed that since last week.
Excellent.
So offhand
That is
weapon,
now all the more lethal.
15.
Hits.
Another 7
Ooh,
damage.
he's looking bad, you guys. He's looking real rough.
Just pew pew.
Pew pew. Is that your turn, Suavi?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Laricus, it is your turn.
So, Lycus will again, kind of circle her hands around each other and spread them outward as this dark necrotic energy begins to make fractals moving outward, turning into flower petals that reach out towards the creature as she casts Toll the Dead and speaks an elven word for pull you into the grave. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
It shall. Oh, it fails so miserably.
And then it is going to take only 2 necrotic damage. That sucks.
Still.
As the flower petals stick to it and then wither and wilt and pull the flesh off of the creature. Oh, just a little, just a touch.
Creepy. Are you staying right there?
No, because I realize it'll probably come straight for me, so I step into the room. And now I am done.
Smart. It is the Husk's turn. These guys don't move very fast, but he is coming that way around the couch. And that's about as far as he can get. Jane, it is your turn.
Oh god, I was dead for a second.
Yeah, sorry, misclick.
That's okay.
Oh, you know what? My mistake. I forgot Suavi. I know you had him with you.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
right.
Pupper
Don't go with vicious. Kill him with a vicious fork. Go boy.
I know he goes right after you, but I'll just.
Yee. Well, can he move to be on the other side of me so that he's not like 10 feet in front of this fucking thing?
Yeah. I'll have
As
to put
well.
him over here.
Yay.
We'll get his turn in right before you, Jane. I'm sorry, hun. Vicious Borkery.
Nicely remembered. When I forget my own pet has a turn.
That's okay. I put his frickin' Vicious Borkery up here. Where did it go?
Wait, it has the ability called Vicious Borkery. That is the most amazing and yet terrible concept.
You should have been here last week.
Yeah, it was
He's
pretty
such a
great.
good boy.
Alright, we're just going to roll d20. Ein hit.
Yay! Bork, my son.
Hey, Bork. Hey, Bork for
3
3
seconds.
damage. Alright,
Yay!
Ein Bork. Ah! Now, Jane, it is your turn.
So I turn around and see everybody running in, and I turn back. I gotta go around this thing.
Yep, sorry, the fallen chandelier on the floor.
I run. Will I be able to make it to it and swipe him with my claws before I'm gonna hit him with claws.
Nah, I think you're gonna run out of space
Run
about
out of
back
space.
here where I pinged. That's
Okay,
another
wait,
thing
what?
you can do now, players. If you click a place and hold it for a second, it will do a little square that will show me where you're touching. You see that?
All right, I'm gonna run back over here and just, I guess, stand here for a second.
Okay.
And be like, well, I guess I can't. Well, oh.
While Jane is debating Nareth, you see this husk is coming forward and going towards Suave, it looks like.
Oh dear. Christ. And she's going to sort of mumble and grumble under her breath and go here. She's just going to shoot again with her phaser. Roll to attack. I rolled a 5, so she misses, and that is her turn. I'm just going to pop that into the chat.
Aw, okay, so Nareth misses, and that's her turn. Suave.
Yep.
Right. I am going to move away from this thing whilst it's still far enough away to not invoke opportunity attacks.
Smart.
I'm gonna go in front of Nareth for a human shield, be all protective and shit. And then roll to gun.
Roll to gun. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Nope.
No gunning for you, for Suave.
Offhand.
That
Hey,
hits.
that one is. Further 4.
Suave, this time you get it right between the eyes. It hits the thing in the brain, and you see it go down. It is dead.
Fuck. Good boy, I'm good boy.
Ein gives an affirmative bark.
Right.
Which way are we going, left or right?
Well,
left. We kind of came right, and there's not too much there. I am going to take a second and check this body out. Because
That's super gross, but okay.
I want to know if they are a captain.
That's fine. That's fine. I think that's fine.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Also, as I previously said, you can double-click the bodies and interact with them.
Not
Should
when
be
Jane is literally standing on top of them.
I know. Oh.
might I investigate the one by the doorway?
Yes.
Okay, so I did a 16 to check if they are a captain, but as I am doing so, I also check through their inventory, and I pull up a couple of things in my hands, and in my head, Jane hears, "Oh, it's another dynamite stick. Jane will probably like that."
What? Hey! Jane's not very good at controlling her thoughts inside of her brain, so she just busts that out. Like, hey, I heard there's dynamite around here. Can I have some?
Loricus will just hold it up towards you. It looks like it's just one stick. She's keeping the frag grenade for herself.
Okay.
She's not giving that to you.
Thank you.
But she will hand over 2 detonation cords as well. She doesn't, or 1, I guess, 1 detonation cord. Not really sure what it's for, but here you go.
You imagine, Loricus, that if Jane were to place a stick of dynamite instead of throw it and then set a detonation cord, you could probably hide behind a wall or something before blowing something up.
Oh, okay. So Loricus kind of mentally realizes that, and Jane gets all that information mentally as well.
Oh wow, this is like a really fast fax, but with brains.
That does, yes, seem to be the case. Is this a captain?
It is not. Nareth and Suave, you two see as Jane and Laraika seem to be just looking at each other and having a full conversation with no
Jane's
words.
part, I think, is out loud partially.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm talking. What?
Once
Is
in a
this
while,
some-
Jane says words.
Is this some sort of telepathic shit I'm too dumb to understand?
I believe it might be a side effect from having helped Jane earlier when they were unconscious.
That's odd.
Oh. So,
I was almost dead.
Right.
that's,
Magic is weird and I distrust it.
is that not invasive?
Well,
What the fuck's gonna happen when you sleep?
Yeah,
I-
you're gonna like dream together?
I am hoping that it'll wear off over time. And it isn't exactly magic. It is psionics, which
That just
seems
sounds-
similar to magic. It is a thing I am studying. I won't try to get into it right now. We are doing other stuff.
That just sounds like magic with extra steps.
Bionics
Actually,
is
it
food.
is fewer steps. If I could tell you about it, but we're
In my
doing
world,
other things right now.
She'd just be kind of a really good chef where I'm from.
Oh goodness.
Can I open this door?
Is it open? Is it unlocked? Sure is.
Oh god, I can't. Oh, there's food in there that you guys like.
I'm gonna just gently peek around the corner into the room because I'm super scared of doorways and suspicious of rooms. Do I see
I'm gonna-
stuff?
I'm gonna less scaredy peer. I'm just gonna like casually look over like, oh,
You see what you see. You see a kitchen.
And this?
great.
Yeah, you see that. You see a husk standing in the kitchen, ambling about. Doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Is there something in there? Can't
There
see.
is a husk. It is off to the side, and I'm going to kind of point in a follow my eye line kind of way for Suave to see.
Right.
Kind of
Jones,
scoot over, I guess, a little bit so Suave can kind of see just a little bit better to see the husk that's just off into the middle of the room. If you want to shoot it,
Nope, it doesn't see you. You're fine.
okay. If you want to shoot it,
You're
we
whispering.
could kill it. We could kill it kind of quick.
Well,
Maybe
there's
I should do that.
there. I noticed there's a massive fucking pipes on the floor, so it can't reach us.
Right, which is why shooting it would be doable.
All right. Oh,
We're
we're playing
gonna
magic
need
then.
to get in there to get any of the food that might be salvageable.
We'll figure that out when there isn't a massive fucking walking corpse in there. All right. I roll to gun.
Roll to gun.
Heaven forbid I get a fucking fail on this.
Here we go.
14.
Wait, do
14
you get
hits.
sneak attack because it doesn't know you're there?
I do get sneak attack.
You should,
Thank you
yes.
for reminding me.
Get all
Yes.
sneaky on it.
So I'll roll. Oh, initiative. Okay.
Well, depending. You may assassinate it right here.
Normal damage and then extra sneak attack damage. Total of 9.
The thing about sneak attack when they don't know you're there is that you roll with advantage, which you might want to do before you take your offhand roll in case you roll a 20 and get to crit all that.
You have advantage on the attack roll. Oh, I did the damage roll. Okay, I'll roll attack again then.
Oh.
No.
That's the exact opposite!
Right, offhand time.
Sounding.
Does this get sneak as well?
Only if you didn't hit the first time, right?
Yeah. Sneak attack applies to the first hit.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So we're at 9 damage so
19
far.
hits. And then another 4 for 13 damage.
Yep, we're starting. Roll initiative.
Oh lord.
Heck.
You did damn well.
So
But-
whenever a dice rolls by, I'll have my character sheet open and I'm about to click initiative and there's this black dice that just rolls in front of me.
It's
GM,
me
I do have a
fucking
question.
day.
Yeah.
I was kind of coordinating with Suave to do. I guess I didn't do a good job explaining this. This was what I was trying to do. So tell me no if it's not gonna work out. But I was gonna have Suave do a shoot, and I was gonna do a Toll the Dead as like a before the thing knows we're there.
Yeah, I could see that you were planning on doing something. So yeah, I'll let you toll the dead. Go for it.
All right. So I'll roll a quick Toll the Dead, flick my wrist, and the necrotic fractals reach outward and blossom into flower petals. I need that wisdom saving throw.
And here he goes. He fails miserably.
Very good.
Yay!
Ooh, take 10 damage.
Yep.
Those petals coat the backside of this creature who doesn't know they're coming and then just wilt and wither and pull on him.
So basically, this thing is arms and a head now, but it's crawling at you.
Oh gosh.
Yes, the feathers
That's fine, I'm
essentially
first to
bisected
turn over
it,
again.
and its legs have fallen off, but the arm and head part are still crawling because it sees you in the hall. So, yeah. Roll initiative and oh, nope, you guys did. Here we go. Suave.
Yeah.
Try and gun
Right.
this poor thing to its death.
Oh god.
Hell yeah. I've got this handled, don't fucking worry.
As you don't
No, I
say
don't.
those things. They jinx you.
Hey, out of character, I feel like this is good character development for the poor boy.
Okay.
Offhand time.
That hits.
Okay, 18.
It's probably because, Suave, you have to adjust. See, you were aiming for it when it was standing and it fell to the floor.
Takes further 4 damage.
Well, no, you just murder it. It is very dead now. You hit it between the eyes with that second shot, and
I love
Dead.
that death cry. That was astounding.
That was without sneak attack as well, because that's once per turn. Right, cool. Alright, I just kind of like the top of my pistol, like in the old westerns, and then you know, back in the holsters they go.
back in the holsters.
Try to jump this.
Might need a bit of a running start, which is a bit of a pain in the ass with the sofa right there, but
Oh.
Help me move the sofa.
sure.
Yeah, okay, I'll let you move the sofa. I can't move it on the map, but sure, I'll say you did.
All right.
You do
And
see, Loricus, when you look into that room, that there appear to be many doors. This doesn't seem to be the only one.
Yeah, but I'm impatient.
Oh, okay, fair
I want
enough.
to see if this is the captain. So I'm gonna do a running jump and jump across this chasm,
Okay, go for
and
it.
its narrowest most point. Ooh.
Its
about?
narrowest point would be, yeah, probably about there, but you gotta get a run up. Yeah, okay.
I'm trying kind of aim for that a bit. Try
Give
to do
me athletics, please.
You can hear Jane in your head just go, 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 you could do it, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it, you could do it.
Yeah, in response, you hear Loricus go, "Oh gosh, I'm not so great at this."
You could do it, you could do it!
You do it.
Oh, I did okay.
You
You
managed.
died, it's your stuff.
My
You
brain
managed.
friend made it.
You leap right over there beautifully, gracefully. You land neatly. You don't even trip. Excellently done.
Nice. All right, and then I'm going to go see if this thing. I have to go around the tables. Is a captain. Are you a captain?
Investigation. Doesn't look captain-like. It could be. You get really, really close and get up in the pockets, and you're kind of shuffling it around and trying, really frustrated, to look for this thing because you want to find the dang captain, and you
Yeah.
think this thing could be it, but You just don't find anything extra special on there. Nothing captainly.
Can
Just
can
another
I
body.
can I
I-
investigate through Loricus from out here?
Oh no! What?
I
Ooh.
mean,
What kind of fuckery is this?
it depends if
I don't
Lore
know.
would let you. Would you resist this or would you allow it?
No, I'm really good at that. I was an accountant.
I think initially, Loricus isn't used to having somebody else like in her head like this for a bit, and so there'd be like a tenseness. But as Jane sort of asserts that she's here to help, and she's good at this, Laura
Brain friend.
will attempt to relax and let her, I guess, see through my eyes and shit too. It's all very now you're weirding out Lore, so good job.
Wow. Okay. So, Jane, you close your eyes, and when you try and open them again, you're looking through Lore's eyes.
I'm
But
not very good at it.
it's strange and nauseating because you see yourself, and that kind of makes your head hurt. And you close your eyes again, and you wake back up in your own body because you don't want to see yourself through a second pair of eyes.
Wow.
That
You
was
should
really
change
hard.
you should change yourself into Jane on the Oceanator or something.
That's astounding.
Yay!
A momentary blip. Oh, okay. Next time, if Jane stays, I will definitely do that.
Beautiful.
Yay.
But this time, sadly, the unfortunate result is Jane now feels very nauseous.
Yeah, it was just a very uncomfortable situation all around for everybody involved.
Yeah, especially since it was the first time and you're in a strange place, and maybe if you practiced, but this whole thing just is very weird. Didn't work out well.
Very weird.
So as I recover from that, do I pull, I clicked this husk and it looks like it gave me the exact same information as the other husk, so I just want to make sure that that's correct and I didn't accidentally just keep the other husk's information up.
Nope, you're correct.
Okay, so I'll pull out that dynamite. I'm gonna just leave the frag grenade on this one. I've got one with me from the previous, but I'll just leave this one here. I don't trust those frag grenades. And so I'll take the dynamite and the detonation cord. And I'll hesitate for a second, but I'll open my hand and use my psychic mage hand capacity to then float it over towards Jane.
Jane and Suave, who's standing right there watching you loot that corpse, and Nareth, you two have now just seen Jane enter Loricus's mind and then come back? Question mark?
But you
Yeah.
are here, you guys. It's fine.
I really wish I had some context. This is just... Never mind. We can deal with this back on the ship. Let's just keep going and deal with this later.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
All right,
I reach my hands out and grab it.
you get it. You got more dynamite
Woo!
And another cord.
and another cord.
I'm gonna walk back here, kind of looking around. Can I just kind of like start like peeking around here?
Yeah.
Look at I'm just gonna. Oh look, there's another entry. There's another spot over here. What is? Uh oh. Y'all, there's more of them. There's more of them. There's more husks. There's more of them.
Ah, fuck.
We fight again!
Right, don't worry, I've got it handled.
We could bottleneck them.
Alright, can I roll to gun at them again?
You can indeed roll to gun. We're gonna roll some initiative.
Would it
So,
have sneak
Jay-
attack this time, or?
As you say, there are more husks, and Laura can hear you with her ears. She moves across the room to see out the door on this other side and sees them and sees that she's safe from the pipes. And because you're in her head, you get the internal monologue that she has, which has a hee hee hee, they can't get me, in her head.
1 second, sorry, I'm getting the initiative up now.
You're fine.
Ooh, crit initiative!
Look at you.
Wow.
Dun dun.
Hell yeah. My first attack didn't hit, my second one also didn't hit. I just make 2 pews into the side of the ship.
Dun, dun. 2 bullets land into the metal hull. And that is your turn, Suave.
Fine. Bestest boy.
Oh, Ein actually has his own initiative, and he's the party's, not yours, so I'm just gonna let him have his own initiative, if that's cool.
Oh, fair enough.
So we are gonna take... Number 1 is gonna start shambling towards you, Suave. He gets right there, and then that's all he can do. Nareth, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Well, Nareth is. Here. What's the range on this? I'm pretty sure they're within range. Oh yeah, they're within range. I'm pretty sure. So it's a phaser. So 1 second, I've just got to check the range on that.
Take your time.
50 feet to 200 feet. So I actually do have to get closer. That's unfortunate.
Well, you can shoot with disadvantage if you want.
No, she doesn't want to risk the disadvantage.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, 1 second. There you go. Gotta check distances.
You are now standing right beside that other husk.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another. Oh, I didn't even see him. Bloody hell. Is it okay if I back up a bit? Is it okay if I back up? I really didn't see him.
Yeah, you can. That's why the start button's there. You can go right back to where you started if you want.
Nareth is getting pretty ballsy over there. I was like,
Is
damn.
apparently losing her mind. Yeah, Nareth is gonna shoot the one right in front. Okay. Oh, I rolled a natural 19.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah. And that is a 5 radiant damage. Reminder, any damage from this is non-lethal because she's a giant wuss.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Set to stun.
That is my, it's a phaser, it only has stun setting, so yeah.
Oh yeah, that is a phaser. Awakens, it is your turn.
Number 1 stunner.
So I do the little hee hee hee, they can't get me in my head, which Jane hears. You get to be part of Laura's internal monologue. This is fun.
Mhm.
And then she flicks her wrist for another Toll the Dead, because this is all I do. Now, has this husk taken damage yet?
The one that Nareth just shot at?
Yeah.
Yes, it has.
Okay.
Oh. Well, it happens to dodge your Toll the Dead.
Oh, crit pass.
The petals miss and turn to dust as they sort of sparkle into the air around it, and gives it a very cool effect, making it more menacing.
And it is coming at you, Suave. But Jane, it's your turn.
Gosh. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna walk over here and swipe at this one.
Swipe.
Kind of awkward, like just walking over like, here we go again. I almost died earlier. Gotta be careful. Okay.
That hits.
All right. I'm just gonna haul back and just bam.
Bam. You haul back and you slam that thing with your laser claws.
Well, fuck you.
Is that your turn?
And then I'm gonna go back over here.
He's gonna try and attack you if you do.
Your opportunity attacks.
Okay, I'll stay here.
I mean, fair enough, he's gonna try and attack you either way. Unfortunately. Oh, why did it do that? Oh, it went to the end of the turn. It's Husky Boy's turn.
Husky boy.
He's gonna try and body slam you, Jane. Does a 16 hit you? Unfortunately, yes. Okay. Jane, you take 6 damage.
That is
what I gave you!
Jane,
Oh.
you fall to the floor and pass out. You're not dead yet. You're just passed out.
Wait, I thought I had 6 points of health total.
You did. It just
Yeah?
hit you for 6.
Oh, I thought it hit me for 4. Okay.
Ein is gonna viciously bork at that. He doesn't like it. Poor Ein. Poor Jane. Oh, that's right. It has a DC. Vicious Borkery does.
I like that it's because it's obviously vicious mockery. It says you unleash a string of insults. I'm now just imagining this robo dog just like in a very dead-faced impression, just ripping them apart.
Well, what you hear is... And then you see... Not a ton, but some damage on the husk as it shrivels a little and starts climbing over Jane to try and get to you, Suave, because you're alive and she doesn't appear to be now. But that's Ein's turn, and now it's your turn, Suave.
Seeing Jane go down, the stakes go up a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna go over here to try and get it away from Jane's body, like, you know.
Yeah.
You catch me if you can, creepy fucker. And then I'm gonna shoot it again.
Roll to shoost.
Roll to shoot.
Get that motherfucker.
Pew pew number 1.
No!
Pew pew number 2.
Oh, that hits.
Ooh, yay. 6 damage.
Nice.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright. The husk you just shot is coming for you, Suave.
That's fine, as long as it leaves Jane alone.
Yep, it's leaving Jane alone and it's gonna try and body slam you.
Cool.
It attacks for... Oh, no. Nope, it misses. You're good.
Cool.
It tries to
Hits
paw
low.
at you, but you just... Nope, duck right out of the way.
Okay, cool.
Nareth.
Nareth. Nareth is going to circle around and is going to fire. I rolled a natural 15 plus 4, so 19.
That hits.
For damage, I rolled a 4. 4 radiant, non-lethal.
Alright. It is looking real bad now, that husk in front of you, Suave. It's barely standing. If you took it by the shoulders, you could probably push it down onto the floor. Nareth, is that your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
Lorikis.
So seeing Jane go down, this is not good. Lorikis is going to try something different again, in an attempt to possibly help Jane. Unsure if Jane has still got any kind of psychic tether connection at the moment. Lorikis is going to use her other psychic attack to attempt to reach out, attacking the husk, and pulling Jane with her, or at least bridging Jane to potentially be able to, like, have some psychic food from the husk's head, maybe. So I'm going to cast Mind Sliver as my very bizarre attempt to maybe create a bridge to possibly heal Jane.
If you cast it on the husk, I don't think she'll get anything from it. If you cast it
so
on
I can't tether
her,
it along. Okay.
no, but you can cast it on one or the other.
Do I think that casting it on her might possibly help her?
Jane seems to absorb psychic energy, so it's a reasonable thought to think that this might heal her.
All right.
Might there be an intelligence check for that?
I mean, I think that that's what the DM is giving me, is my character's intelligent
Fair enough.
take on it. Jane, are you okay with this risk?
You know what? Let's go. Let's go, gamers.
All right, so Loricus takes a second to reconsider and then instead targets Jane.
Okay. Do it. Roll to attack.
Well, Jane
What do
would
I
make
do?
an intelligence saving throw, but they're
Oh.
unconscious.
Okay.
I don't know how this works.
But
Did I do it?
you don't need to, actually. If you are willing, Jane, then you can just accept it. And since you're unconscious, you can't consent. So, yeah, you just cast it on her. Roll damage.
Okay.
Can't consent if you're unconscious. Good.
That feels weird, yeah.
Don't make him drink the tea, guys. Don't make him drink the tea.
Jane, you come back to life with 1 HP.
Whoa! Can I
Jane-
run away?
You know that it was Lorcas who did it and how. She cast her magic on you and it fed you and brought you back from the brink.
Oh!
My psychic magic. Yeah, so in the casting of this, Laricus does say a gith word nobody can understand as she attempts to do this, and she's really nervous about it, so it's like just barely a touch. Just a barely a touch. And then Jane wakes up and she's like, okay, good. I didn't accidentally like kill her by maybe doing this badly.
This is my new brain best friend. Look, I am back.
And it's your turn, Jane. You're laying...
Okay, I'm going the fuck away.
Okay, that's fair.
Yay!
Jane spends her turn running the fuck away. And this husk is coming through the door now. You see Lore as a husk enters the room with you and starts trying to climb over a mountain of broken dishes to try and get at you.
That'll be fucking loud.
It's not at you yet though, but it's coming. And it's Ein's
Oh.
turn. Who's gonna command Ein? Nareth or Suave? You're close to it. Do you tell it to Bork?
Yeah, sure.
I think we were both going to tell them the same thing anyway.
Yeah, I figured.
Vicious Bork. Hey, Vicious Borkery.
Vicious Borkery. Oof! Ein, he just is off his game today. He Bork, but it do not work. That's Ein's turn. Suave, 'tis yours.
Alright, guess what?
Roll to gun.
Roll the gun.
Pew
Hey.
pew! That hits! Roll me some damage. Beautiful.
2.
It's almost done, Suave.
Offhand.
Nope, it's still
No.
struggling.
Right, and I'm gonna move.
Alright. It's gonna get an attack of opportunity on you.
Oh, wait, fuck. Wait, don't I get disadvantage then because I'm in close range?
Do you? Is that how guns work?
I feel like that's most ranged weapons work.
I mean, they didn't
I
hit
think-
anyway, so. Just the one did. So yeah, I
Stick
guess.
with it for now. Okay, I'll stay where I am then. I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
Can have our rules lawyers fix that position.
He's gonna try and body slam you again. Does a 13 hit you?
No, it does not.
Okay. Then you are fine, Suave. That's his turn. Nareth.
Nareth. Okay, Nareth is nice and simple. Just gonna shoot. I roll. That is a myth. I rolled a total. Okay, that's it. And she doesn't move because yeah, I rolled a 3 plus 4, so 7. That's a complete miss.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not worth the
That's
not
alright.
worth the hassle there. Never mind.
Loricus.
Yeah, I see this other guy suddenly showing up, and knowing that I'm not going to be able to kill this in one shot and keep myself safe, I'm going to very quickly fumble into my bag and pull out the alcohol
Mm-hmm.
I have and cast False Life on myself,
Ooh, okay.
and I will get 5 temp HP.
Do you know how to add that
try
on your
and-
character sheet?
I see it. Yep,
Okay, good.
I got it. All right, and so that is my turn. Well, I'm going to also run away. So I will move 30 feet. So I've got 5, 10.
You can always drag your token too if it doesn't want to come wherever you're going.
Yeah, I think I can get this far.
Yep.
In the hopes to keep it from getting all the way up on me, and that'll be my turn then.
Okay. Jane.
As I very quickly also take just a swig of the alcohol before shoving it back.
What about no better time to do it? Jane, you see Lorcas running up to the door that they came through, and the husk following behind. It's your turn.
I debate throwing the frag grenade into this area because it's not by the edges where the broken glass is.
Mm-hmm. You could do that.
And I did measure; it's under 60 feet, so I should be able to hit it.
Sure,
I'm gonna
you
go
can do
ahead
that.
and
Hell yeah, you can.
okay, my friend, I got you, and I'm gonna chuck that dynamite.
Throw that shit. DC 12.
We're gonna be blowing holes in this ship, or even more so than there already is. Good lord.
Well, the dynamite only does a 5-foot area damage, so
Oh, that's
not
fair.
as bad as
That's-
with the frag grenade.
Ooh. Jane, you just throw that dynamite right at that husk, and very near, you blow a leg off. It's one-legged now, as it is trudging still towards Lorcas, but you have done a heap of damage. Well done.
Wow. I did it!
You
I
sure
know.
as hell did. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here.
Okay, excellent. This husk is gonna come try down to get you, Lore. That's about as close as he can get. They have less movement than you do. Ein! He borkin? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yeah, I'd assume so.
Okay.
Wisdom save. Aww. Einborg, no
darn it.
work. Oh wait, is it that the attacker wins on this or the defender?
The way I usually see it is understood is the roller wins. Whoever rolls the die
Yeah.
is the one that wins.
Okay, so then the
Challenger
husk wins. Sadly, Einborg, but to no effect. Suave.
Gun.
Roll it.
Yeah, because I'm at close range, do I roll with any sort of disadvantage this time?
If you were shooting something that took bullets or that you needed to aim specifically, I'd say yes. But you're not shooting anything you need to aim specifically. You're just trying to hit this thing with what is essentially, are yours lethal damage or non-lethal?
Lethal. Like Suave would carry anything else.
Fair point.
Does a 14 hit?
It sure does.
Hell yeah. Alright, that's my main hand. And then... offhand. Ooh, dirty 20. For a further 4 damage. 8 total.
Tell me what happens as you destroy this thing.
Considering it's just body slammed into the wall, Suave's gonna duck to the side as it retreats to try again. Press both his guns into the side of its head and fire.
Ooh. Just viscera, brain matter, everywhere you look. It is not pretty, but it sure is dead though. Is that your turn, Suave?
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. That husk is very dead. Nareth, it is your turn.
Nareth's turn. Nareth is going to move here and is going to. Wait, I thought there was one there. I can't see any. Is that just because like I'm blind, or is that because there actually is none that are visible to me right now?
Nope, you can't see any. The one that was there, yeah, you weren't crazy. It was there. You imagine it must
Yeah.
have gone somewhere.
I'm gonna try and.
You did hear an explosion go off in the room.
Is there a limit on how far we can drag ourselves on our turns, or does it just let us go wherever we want?
I'm being a little if for now, just look around.
I don't
Okay.
think it limits it, just in case you have a spell that lets you move quick.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
well let me track how far I can actually move then, because it's only 30 feet, so I
Yeah.
can move up to like here. Okay, so Nareth is going to go here and is going to take the dodge action, just because she is concerned.
Okay. Loricus.
Yep, so tucking that alcohol away, Laura's going to switch back to the spell that works and flick out that necrotic fractal. So I can get a wisdom saving throw, please.
You sure can. Oh, it fails miserably. Fuck it up.
Very good. Let's see if I can get some good necrotic. Ooh,
Oh
11.
Lord!
Yes, beautiful. Go away, dice. You watch this thing just start to wither in front of you as your fractals cling on to its flesh, and as they peel off, they take flesh with them until it's just bone coming at you, bone and brain matter, but it's still coming, Lore. Is that your turn?
That is, well, can I step this way? I can't.
Yeah,
Okay, so.
I'll let you. If you use all of your movement to try and finagle, yeah.
Yep. Just gonna try to create a barrier between me and this thing.
Good job. Excellent.
That's where I'm at.
Well done. Jane?
What's the difference or the distance between 20? Okay, so do I have another dynamite? How many dynamite did I have on me?
You should have
Gave him
two.
2.
You should be safe. You're not. You're outside of the 5-foot radius.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Took another dynamite at it. Let's go!
Do it. A dex save. All right. Yeah, here you go, Speedy.
Oh no.
No! Okay, he still takes half damage.
Okay.
So, rolling 3d6 damage. Whew! Okay! With that stick of dynamite, you see the bones just shatter and break all across the room, and that husk is very, very dead now.
I got you, brain friend!
You sure do, Jane. You have saved Laura from that husk, and it is very, very dead now. And everything goes a little quieter. We are out of initiative.
Yeah.
Nareth makes her way back over to Suave, and it looks like she's somewhat avoiding the bodies. She's still very not comfortable with the idea of looting them.
Laura takes
You're
a
right there,
deep
pal.
breath, and she's
I'm
gonna go
fine.
loot her body.
You all hear a rattling, especially you, Lorcas. It's particularly loud for you. And the lights continue to flicker on and off. Suave, you know this to be the result of a thwirl infestation.
Oh,
These are the telltale signs.
We gotta get off this ship as soon as fucking possible.
Okay. I want to check if this guy is a captain.
Sure? Investigation?
Also, this one doesn't seem to have an inventory.
He should. Let me see. Which one?
The one that I'm standing next to. Shit.
Oh. Permissions. Sorry. New module. There you go.
Okay. My investigation's a 9.
Again, you have to get really close to this thing and you get down into its stink, but you don't find anything captain-like.
We did destroy the shit out of it, didn't we?
Yeah, it's basically just bone parts. It took two
Okay,
sticks of dynamite.
I will as I take the dynamite that's still on it. This doesn't make sense. We're just gonna leave it alone.
Tucked
And the
into
cord.
tucked into the pants of the spacesuit, you know.
Okay. I'm going to float the dynamite, not the frag grenade, the dynamite, and the stick, the cord, over to Jane. And as I do so, I will mentally say to Jane, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
You're very hungry, Jane, but you are very alive.
I'm good.
DM, a quick question.
Mhm.
Sorry. Did we have a long rest technically, or did Nareth not get one? No. Okay.
No.
Cool.
No.
I mean they have no spells, but that's fine.
We did a short rest,
You
but
did.
I don't think that works for you.
No, that gives me pretty much nothing, but that's fine.
Yeah. So as Loricus hands these things to Jane, she's also going to say, "Can you check the one outside? I'm looking for the captain to see if I can find access key codes."
You imagine that the captain will have a badge or a data pad on them that identifies them as
that.
such. So what are we doing in the kitchen?
In the kitchen,
Or the dining
look around.
hall?
I'm a little trapped.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You all right in
Oh,
there?
I'm not. I can get out over here. I'll be just a minute, and I'm gonna carefully shimmy my way over to this door.
You see Laura pop out on the other side.
Jane, are you all right? You took a hit there. You had a tumble.
I think I'm getting used to this, which is very sad to say, but it's fine. I'm fine. Thank you for asking.
All right.
I really want to wash my hands.
I'm not sure if there'll be much running water, especially if these twirls keep running about in the ceilings. I would dread to think. I hope they haven't infested the water supply. God, I fucking hate twirls.
If you
We
listen,
should really.
you can hear them, Suave.
Oh.
Above, below, beside.
Right.
They're in the pipes, the walls.
Something I have to warn all of you about. Always keep looking down at yourself. Check your pockets. Anything. Because if a single twirl spawn gets stuck to you, if you take that on our ship, I will personally kill you if we get infested.
I don't have any pockets.
Well, you know what I mean. If any of them land on you, they can stick to you. They can burrow into fabrics, or at least some of them can. Not all twirls can, but some of them can.
We could just get naked before we get back on the ship. It's fine.
I mean, if it's
No,
that
I mean-
bad, maybe it's worth the hassle, actually.
Only if
Listen, I'm
everyone
just
else is
saying.
comfortable with that. I might need a few glasses of this fine wine first, but sure. That's one method.
Jane, did you find out?
I only got dynamite from it. I don't think dynamite makes the captain.
Oh, realizing that Jane got confused or distracted, I'm going to do the investigation check.
Go ahead.
I don't understand.
Okay, that's better.
You can tell from a glance that this is not a captain. It probably looks like a cook. Somebody who had an apron on and, food stains on them.
What is this thing over here?
It's a carpet.
No, over here.
Oh, what are you poking?
This round thing right here. Yeah.
Oh.
What is this thing?
Go to it and give me an investigation check.
I'm scared. Okay. Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Okay, investigation check.
As Jane goes to probably get herself killed for a third time, Larikis will turn to Suave and to Nareth and say, the door over there will let you have access to the kitchen. There's another on the top side. Perhaps we should do a very quick search for anything that we could take with us.
Well, here's hoping they have non-perishables. I'll take a look.
Jane, that is a broken flower pot.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. It looks like it fell off one of the nice tables.
This would have been so pretty.
Suave, you enter the kitchen.
Right.
Where's this floor?
Does it look like there would be any storage opposite this chasm of pipes?
Give me a perception throw.
Nareth,
Yes.
can you come help us potentially pack up some food?
Yes, of course. Are you?
Alright.
Yes.
There's another door up here. Perhaps if we... one person on either side.
Yes.
Suave, as you begin to look around, you notice that everything looks either broken or rotten.
Smells like fuck in here.
Probably not the good kind, but okay. Whatever you say, Suave.
I've had experiences, right? Don't ask.
I won't.
Can I see if there's anything in here? There's nothing psychic, I'm sure, so I don't know why.
Whoever likes can roll perception.
I'm not very perceptive, so I'll pass.
Wow.
Oh wow, okay.
I just rolled a nat 20.
You did.
Well.
Okay, so Suave, yeah, you see rotten stuff and broken stuff. Jane, you see a lot of rotten, broken things, but also a couple of containers, like this one over here, which is still locked and seems to be, or well, not locked, but shut, and might contain something that isn't rotten, which it does. It has a bunch of canned goods. You see this
Okay.
container and you think it might have a liquid in it, but that's dripping down into the pipes below. And you also see this fridge over by Suave, which you think might have something special about it. Laraikis, when you see that refrigerator, you know that that is a fridge of holding and a fridge of colding.
Suave, check that fridge out.
Right, okay.
Can I open this container?
Do you need a hand at the fridge?
You can, Jane. It's not locked, so when you open it up, you just see a bunch of canned goods, like humanoid foods, a lot of their fruits and vegetations, and even some canned meats. But
I'm gonna load up whatever I think these creatures might want to eat. I'm not gonna say it's a good choice, but I'll let the GM decide what might fit.
Okay. Yeah, it
Not
looks like standard issue. If you've ever been to a non-Rothian place of eating, this is the kind of thing you would find in their kitchen. Just big bulk cans of things.
Okay. I'm gonna
Nareth, there is possibility what Suave has found over there has a lot in it. So yes, maybe you could take your
I will
empty
accept.
pack to her.
I will circle
Can-
around. I cannot go that way. One moment.
And Suave, you are in front of the refrigerator.
I'll open it.
You do. Give me a... No, I'm just kidding. You open it up and it's it's a fridge of holding and a fridge of colding. There's enough space in there for probably you four and Ein and maybe one extra person to stand if it was emptied out. But it's a walk-in storage fridge that looks pretty packed with frozen goods.
Wow, do any of them look unexpired?
You can check the dates out if you would like.
Oh, that's a good thing to ask if we do. Right, guys.
Is it possible for Jane, for not Jane, for oh, that's the door. Oh, I didn't even see it. I'm completely blind.
You're
Guys.
fine.
Guys, if we do manage to find like the captain's quarters or anything, Would it be an idea to ask the ship when the last star date was?
I have actually already done that.
Oh, well, what did it say?
It was about 6 months ago. The onboard clock is broken and has frozen.
All right. Well, then that'll be my reference point for checking the dates on these things.
You know that the star date.
Star date is 1148911.646.
Right.
As I do not necessarily have the keen mind feat, but Laura is very smart and I take notes, so.
Beautiful. Beautifully done. Suave, you know that that date is probably around the day you got picked up for ping. You probably just heard. Actually, give me a history check. As a matter of fact, everyone roll me a history check.
History
Is
check.
this the history check I've already rolled, or is this
Minus
a new
one
one for
mod.
me?
Oh, Laura, you got a crit perception.
Yeah.
I just saw that now.
I rolled. I'm just checking my mod now.
Wow, guys.
For history, I got a 13.
Okay, so Nareth, you did not hear this, but Suave, Jane, and Loricus, all of you heard on the news just before you boarded Ping about this cruise ship going missing.
Well, right. I think we might.
Few people thought that they ran into a submarine Rothian warship, but aren't we always blamed for that crap anyway?
Indeed, you
Right.
are.
Considering how long the ship apparently has been here, this thwirl infestation is out of control. We have multiple husks. There's no fucker alive on this ship. How long were we out here?
The time frame says about 6 months ago, but we know that our own ship came through in a temporal anomaly, and I don't know, it's not exactly a thing that I super studied, but I don't believe a husk would be produced through this exposure for just 6 months.
I'm
So
with you. I'm with you there.
it seems very likely we are dealing with a temporal dissociation. And I'm also
What now?
a temporal dissociation, but possibly worse than that, as I'm also beginning to think, and this is why I really want to get a hold of the captain so that we could sedate her. But this ship was not going through a maw when it disappeared. I don't believe we're in the normal plane of space anymore. I don't think we're just far-flung on the edges of the galaxy. We might be completely someplace else.
Well,
completely
fuck-a-doodle-doo. I
different
think
dimension.
that's convenient. I'm not the smartest man. I didn't really go to school all that much, but learn enough to know when we're pretty fucked. Do you reckon there's any chance of us getting home?
Well, actually, I think that it is possibly a better news for us to be in some sort of different dimension, because it is possible we would be able to come out of it, as long as it is not one of the large, vast other planes that could get very dangerous. So far, this one seems relatively benign. There's nothing out there. But I'd really like it if we could get better census.
I don't know. How often do you hear about a ship disappearing into the middle of buttfuck nowhere, other dimension, and coming back? I've heard of ships coming back from outside the galaxy, but not from outside the fucking plane of existence.
Guys, I just had a really terrible thought.
I don't like those.
Plane.
Go on,
Um,
whilst we're on topic.
It's not necessarily about where we are, but more about our current survival. I think chasing the captain is a wild goose chase.
Right.
I think it would be better.
What's a goose?
We'll explain later.
I think we'd be better off just grabbing parts from the engine room of this ship, getting every available part that we can to keep our own ship running, and going. Because the way it feels like the ship is
Going
going,
where?
I don't think it's going to survive much longer. Considering how often it keeps rumbling and how much Suave keeps warning us about these thwiffles, whatever you call them.
The Swiffle.
They're like squirrels, but with a thwa.
Yeah.
While I
Squirrel.
agree with you, Nareth, my big question is go where?
That
This
we
ship
know
would
that there
have
are.
better sensor data, and that is what I want access to.
I don't
Well,
think
then
I
we
don't
can
think this ship.
scavenge the sensors. Why
I
don't we
don't.
just
Yes,
scavenge
but
the sensors?
I would agree. It would be better for us to scavenge sensor parts and the like than it would be for us to chase data. We know that this ship is already 6 months out of date. We don't know what's been happening for at least 6 months. But based on your
6
theory,
months
it's.
is still a starting point.
But that's what
Nareth.
But if you think it's going to be far longer, I would say it'd be better for us to just grab parts, something we can physically use rather than hypotheticals.
But aren't we
Nareth.
supposed to get naked in case the swirls hang on to us?
So, since you have access to Lore's internal dialogue, hear in your head from Lore a somewhat dejected, well, I come from other planes of existence, and it's been just fine being able to move around. I don't know why that seems like it's so far-fetched.
And then Jane says out loud, "It's okay, Laura. I still like you." Out of nowhere.
You
Nareth.
two really got to start having your fucking conversations out loud.
As
Excuse
you
me?
debate this topic, Nareth, you realize that the reason you're chasing the captain's datapad isn't just so that you can get information, as Lorcas wants, but also so that you can unlock the engine parts that you so desperately seek down below. They need a captain's authorization to be released.
Wait, no matter what, we need the captain's authorization even to grab parts.
Well, you can start scavenging some. You can start grabbing and taking whatever you want. But if you want to release the void core, because this ship is equipped with two, it has one that's broken right now and a backup that it's not using. If you would like to take that backup, you will need the captain's password, which is on his datapad.
Okay, that means we have to find him either way then.
And there is a floor you have not been on.
That is true. I think we're being ever so gently nudged towards the middle floor.
Well, yeah, so Lore kind of, as this conversation, I think, comes to a point of sort of a reluctant agreement, and it's pointed out that we're going to that floor. Lore says, that floor is called the hunting grounds, and one thing I have learned is that the humanoids of this realm really love to name things with some level of specificity. So if we are going to go there, I suggest we double back down to the games and shops to load people up with better armor and weapons.
I really
I
don't
like
know
this
how to
idea.
use most weapons, or armor for that matter.
Suavi, you recall seeing a pharmaceutical vending machine that might be of particular assistance down below on that fourth floor. And even if Nareth doesn't want weapons, you do recall that there are non-weapons available also.
We can go back down to the vending machines we were at earlier. Even if you don't want weapons, there's other stuff they sell down there that you'd probably find useful. It's worth a look, especially since if we don't manage to hack into them, we've got all these credits that we'd use now, don't we? Partnering.
Follow
crime, huh?
I'll follow your plan. And DM, I need to run to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a moment.
As a matter of fact, that's an excellent idea. How about everybody will take a quick 5-minute break and use the restroom?
Ooh,
Alright.
whoop, whoop.
I don't think I use that. Go wash
Except
my,
you,
I'll go
Jane.
wash my hands.
Except you,
You use
Jane.
the bathroom more than the rest of us.
Yeah, that's true.
right, now we are back, Spacers, and we are ready to keep exploring. Our brave adventurers have recruited at the elevator and regathered themselves and have now made their way down, or rather, their way to the 4th floor. Ish? Hard to tell with amoeboids. But the games and shops floor. As the elevator stops with a ding, you all notice that this time the lights aren't turning on. The elevator lights are still on, and there can be some light seen coming from one of the rooms, but all the others appear to be out.
Nareth sees this and turns on her light, which is 30 foot of bright light and 30 foot of dim light, I believe. Or is it 20? Let me double check what a torch does. Uh, 20 foot and 20 foot. There we go. I was incorrect on my presumptions. I have been defeated by fact and logic.
20 and 20?
20 and 20, which I'm just doing now.
Oh, I already did it.
Ah, astounding.
So you see Nareth pull out their flashlight and hold it up, looking around, causing light to spill out around them.
Lost in dark vision.
And
I have
Suave, you see
60.
just fine.
The general mental saves.
Are you not able to get out of the elevator? Is it giving you trouble?
It says pause.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, the game's paused.
there you go.
there we go.
Yay. Right.
Do I notice anything with my 60 feet of dark vision?
You've been on this floor before, but you don't notice anything particularly different. You see everything that you saw before. The lights are on in the security room, the ATM is in the corner, the information desk sits before you with the open safe.
This is the ATM, correct?
Yes, what Jane is standing in front of, that's correct.
Have we
Need
tried
to
out
do it.
hacking that to get more credits yet?
Suave has, but you can try again. You can try and hack it as many times as
If
you
Suave
like.
has, like that was more my question. Nareth doesn't intrinsically, Nareth doesn't jump to crime, but Hills does. So I'm afraid Nareth is a law-abiding citizen who would never do such a thing. How could you?
Nareth, if you're not
Hmm.
going to participate in additional crime adventures, perhaps you could help me with the security room information that we could potentially continue to get.
I'm happy to do that. Yes, not an issue.
So GM, is there a way, is there information in here that we would be able to get about the sensors or about the like log of this ship's sort of experiences that might give us a little bit of insight as to where we are and or how it got here?
You can see essentially this. I've
Ooh.
just shown you a document, and it has the systems, the operations, the status of all of the systems within this ship, what their function is, what they do, whether they're on or off. So you can see that most of the systems are not working. Several things have been damaged. The life support is considered a vital system, as well as the radio array, so those are both on. There's a simulator on that you may have heard of before. Yeah, Lorcas, you probably had of. You probably most likely have heard of simulator rooms aboard ships before. You assume that that must be on the 3rd floor because you haven't seen any on the previous floors you've been on.
Is it possible for us to deactivate the simulator? It's classed as a vital system.
You would need to have the captain's authorization to do so.
Okay, we'll have to go through floor 3 then.
Okay, so the sensors are listed here as having the ability to detect things within 100 miles. I had been in the sensors of our own ship, but I did not write down if there was a range on their sensors. You had said it was relatively short. So are these sensors going to sweep a further distance than our sensors, or are they the same distance?
You recognize this to be the standard sensor standard sensor length, or distance, and yeah, if you can reasonably assume that if you were to take the void core from this ship and transfer it over to Ping, the sensors that would then be at full power would be able to do the same.
So we need
Okay,
the
so
void core.
our sensors were reduced because our void core is reduced.
Yep.
Okay, we
Okay,
need
so
to
we don't-
start with the void core then. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and we don't need to like try and salvage these sensors to increase ours. That won't work.
Oh, I mean, you could always try and salvage parts and fiddle around with them during your downtime, see if you can improve things. You can definitely do that. This just tells you what's down below, what you might be able to pick pieces off of. Because you noticed specifically, Lorcas, that when you were watching the videos of all of you being brought cryogenically aboard, that there were pieces picked and pulled from the systems that were deemed non-vital and taken away. So you understand that maybe if you replace those, you could get those same systems to function again, even if they are quote-unquote extraneous.
Okay, I will suggest to Nareth as we're looking through these things, asking, Nareth, you seem to be good with technology things. If we were to sort of salvage or extract the sensor machinery of this ship, do you think you would be able to incorporate that into ours to extend the distance at which we would be able to detect things?
I could give it a go. I've worked on similar things on a much smaller scale. I'm not proficient with ships in any way, shape, or form. I've never flown one, never built one, never fixed one. But I've done smaller things, like cars, radios, the occasional, synthesizer, nothing big, but I might be able to. It's kind of a toss-up. I could give it a go, but there's no guarantees, is all I could say.
All right.
I think we should.
Also, the radio array, or the radio array. It is another way in which we might be able to detect or communicate with anything.
Not a
else
bad
that is
idea.
out.
No, that's a very good idea. I think the radio. I think what we should do is focus
This
in
one
order.
appears to be on.
Yes, that's how they sent us the emergency message.
Right.
So I would
What
say
about listening?
that's a good point, but I think first we should discuss what we're actually going to try and salvage once we have the captain's keys. So, thinking we should go for the power core first, or the void core rather. Then we should try to get the radio array, because our radio array is not that potent, and this one, and trying to cannibalize pre-existing sensors for an upgrade is more risky than just getting the parts for what already exists. So I think we should go for the radio array next. Then we should try to go for the sensors.
As Nareth is listing this off, as Nareth is doing that, Lore is nodding and also pulling open the radio array to see if she can detect incoming signals of any sort from, other than the ping.
I think we should also pick up the cloaking device as a pretty urgent concept, I think, because if there's something out here that's dangerous, I think it'd be better to be able to run away and hide until we have something that is a bit more repaired. Our ship is still in a state, so the ability to run and hide is a must-have.
And they're gonna be running after us. We both know this. We all know this. Come on.
That's true, but if we're cloaked, then
Can we just
Well,
throw swirls at them?
I
We're
don't think
not
bringing
letting
any
swirls
swirls of
on
any
the thing.
sort.
We could
We are
weaponize
not-
swirls.
We are not letting swirls onto our ship.
I think honestly what we
Okay.
should do is once we get the captain's card, we should honestly grab as much as we can, but we've got 4 parts that we could be able to get in order. Do we think we should try to get the parts for the cloaking device before or after the sensors? I think before, because we have sensors that will function once the ship is back at full power. I think being able to have additional systems is more important than having one system work really well, because if that system goes offline, all of our efforts into that one system fail. If we have
Right.
multiple systems, we have more things that can function and more options in every situation.
We should
How
do our best to
exactly?
take as many as we can, and if we want to extend the time frames of availability for taking as many systems as we want, and the thing that is causing us to have a reduced time frame is the fact that this ship is going to lose life support systems because of the power loss, then perhaps finding suits that will allow us to continue to operate around the ship with life support systems offline would be a way
That's
to do that.
Do thwirls require oxygen, GM? Or require breathing, because they may not breathe oxygen necessarily.
We lost our GM? I haven't heard her in a while.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, so that's why. Okay.
I had
Hi.
asked a question and she
Hi.
didn't say anything, so I thought, oh, I'm just getting ignored. That's fine.
Roll animal handling for me. Wow. I'm glad to know that that y'all just couldn't hear me. You just didn't decide to ignore me. You
yeah.
couldn't hear me. Cool.
Okay, so did I
No,
get
we
an,
wouldn't ignore you. Oh.
did I get an answer as to if I could find out about if there's any other radio signals incoming?
You see nothing within the entire 100-mile radius except for ping. It's like
Um,
a disturbing
mile
amount of
radius.
nothing. Absolutely zero.
Or-
It should.
10,000 miles.
You can't check 10,000 miles.
No, it's that the ship can communicate with other ships out to a range of 10,000 miles. For
Oh,
the radio
oh.
array, not the sensors.
There's nothing there to receive your call.
Okay.
GM,
And there are no other messages incoming, is
Nope.
what I was asking. Cool. Okay.
I rolled a natural 18 plus 1, so a 19.
You understand Thwirls do need to breathe. They also need to breed. And you also further understand that this ship doesn't have an homunculus, which is the bridge that allows you to cross by foot. Ping has one. You couldn't extend it because you don't have enough power, and this ship you couldn't board via an homunculus anyway. You have to use the teleporters. But it is something you have for the future. That is how Thralls would get onto your ship, unless you carried them on your person, like Swavi has said. But no, they
Okay.
cannot breathe in a non-atmospheric environment. They need air.
If that's the case, did our ship have any spacesuits?
Might have done in the storage part.
It might be worth
Sure.
sending someone back to have a look.
Alternatively, a cruise ship of this nature likely has spacewalking adventures.
More the question of have the Thwirls eaten through them yet?
I don't see why they would if they only like to eat wires.
Well, they eat technology, not just wires. Correct me if I'm wrong, Swavi. You're the one with more experience.
Good question. Do I know more on this world? Can I rule anything, or do I just know stuff?
Based on your knowledge of Thwirls, I guarantee that you are well versed in what they'll eat, and you know they'll eat anything technological. If it's got technomagic, a Thwirl will bite it.
Oh, they'll eat any fucking thing. They're more attracted to, the whole, electricity and techno-magic element of it. They're like moths to a fucking flame. Wires just happen to be the most easily chewable, but once that fails, they'll go for the harder stuff. Motherboards and circuits and things like that.
Oh, I think it might be worth sending someone back to see if there's any suits. I'm willing to make the trip, but it'll separate me from the rest of you, so if you get attacked, then...
Well, how's about we do that whole walkie-talkie method that you two ladies suggested earlier?
Oh, I have an idea. DM, what is the distance between Ping and this ship?
Ooh, it'd probably be less than 100 miles. Probably... It's probably within, like, a mile.
Within a mile. Okay, Nareth has an idea. As she says, I'd be honest, I don't fully trust this walkie-talkie thing, because it's completely based in voodoo and makes 0 sense to me.
do
And
you
also
think
we...
it's
Psionics
it's
and
in
makes
my
total
head?
sense.
No, I know, I understand that, but I'm saying I think it's better to do something a bit more grounded. So DM.
Psionics are one of the most grounded things, as long as you've got your mind about you.
Yes, Nareth.
I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. It makes no sense
My
to me.
head's gonna hit the fucking ground if you keep on talking about it.
Anyway, GM, Nareth is going to grab some parts from her pockets and some spare parts from her well, and some parts from like the surrounding broken consoles that the thralls may have eaten through.
Mm-hmm.
And basically scavenged together a what is the word in my brain? What is essentially like a communicator, yes, and utilizing the feature that she has, which you can obviously see if you check her sheet. Do you need me to summarize, or do you trust what I'm doing?
Nope.
I'm very mad that you have invalidated the voice in my head that is Lore's.
It
No,
is
go ahead.
fine.
You
It
can
is
Okay.
fine.
you can scavenge a
creates-
communicator.
Yeah, she creates a single linked pair of communicators and says, I can either give this to someone, or I can go with one and then give one to another one, and it should work within a radius of about. I'm just trying to figure out how far it goes.
Actually,
Um,
Nareth, you managed to make a single one, and Lore, upon seeing it, you recognize that there is a matching set in the accessory shop. You saw it when you were going through things.
Oh, I know what that is. And I'm going to walk out of the room, go get it, and come back.
Okay, yeah. And she says, I mean that could work as well then.
All right, I will go then. I have a full bag. I can't particularly help with anything at the moment. Actually, everybody give me your bags. I will empty them when I go back, and then I will return with empty bags.
All
No.
right.
What
Okay.
about my weapons?
Well, keep your weapons on you, obviously.
Let us load up the bags with as much stuff from here as we can. Some of the things in that pharmaceuticals shop would be amazing to make sure that we have with us.
So you recall that outside of the security office, if you go to your left, there's that accessory shop that had many things. And if you go there now, there is not quite a merchant, it's an out of character interaction that you can do, but there's a little icon you can click and actually loot things that you found. And in it, there are amulets of communication, which do what communicators do, and you may have those.
Where are they?
Take those,
Up
as well
here.
as like everything else that I can make fit in people's bags.
Follow the ping.
Ah,
Up here.
nice. So how many are there?
There are 4, you may have one each, and then you can divvy the rest of the findings up among you as you like.
Yes, I'm going to shove as much of this in my bag as I can get, and then to Jane's bag, and then into anybody else's bag who will lend me their bag.
I don't know if it's
This
added
place
it
is
to my.
being looted.
I don't know if it's added it to my character sheet or not. I can't tell. One
Oh,
second.
fuck, there's a mask of attractiveness here. I'm taking that one.
Yep, you just double click it, and then Nareth on the sheet, there's a diamond that has, there's one that looks like it's not colored in,
Loot
and one that
stack.
looks like it's colored in. Click the one that says it looks like it's colored in, it's loot item, and it will take one of whatever you are looking at. There's
Amulet of
rings of
hunting.
light, there's all that good stuff.
Okay, amulet of hunting. Is it worth? Who should we give that to? Probably not the.
You can click it, and
Techie.
it will expand out and tell you what each thing does also.
Yes. Ooh, the belt of many pouches. Nareth kind of goes. Nareth's eyes go wide, and she has like the look of like a child at Christmas when she sees the belt of many pouches, and then just kind of holds it and looks at the rest of the group, and then freezes.
I kind of think I want 2. Can I wear them like Rambo style, one across either side of me, and I've got so many pouches for all the things?
As long as they're in there.
Is there a gun?
Not
Nareth
in
takes
this
the belt
room.
of many pouches.
The other room, Jane, over here, you know is the vending machine room. You can actually hover over the little icons and see what's in each one. And it'll tell you.
Wow, these are expensive. Okay.
Some of your friends have money, and there's also a bunch of gambling tables.
I'm gonna try and steal things from the gambling tables.
You remember that
I'm
there's one particular that just had credits laying out on it. There's lots and lots of loot to be found.
I'm gonna take a few
lot of
items from in here if I'm allowed.
How you divvy it up is up to you guys.
I'm just taking a couple of things. She's not taking everything because she has not got a particular. Oh, the amulet of the spirit. Does anyone have a particular desire for that? Because otherwise, Nareth
No.
would have a particular interest in protecting her spirit because she's a bit paranoid of that.
You can have it if you
I've already
fancy.
taken one. I think I've managed to take one of everything because I'm going to reverse engineer the fuck out of some of these if I can.
You may. You can
and
do what you like.
extract its magic. So anybody else who wants the items, have at them. I might double up on items for ones that I really, really like after everybody else has taken what they want, in case I fuck up
Not what I
taking
took.
them.
I took both I took 2 amulet of cantrips by accident.
You can give one to
Okay.
Laura. It's built into your sheet. If you just go into your sheet and go to inventory,
I will give one to Law. That is
Yep.
a good idea.
there's a little button in there that looks like 2 hands swapping items, and it says give item if you hover.
There you go. I have offered an item.
Yay. That was awesome. Okay.
Someone is missing an amulet of communication. Has anyone not taken one?
I have one.
I'm taking it now.
There you go.
So much.
GM, I have sent you a message, by the way, separately.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know, because I am...
Alright, well, I guess that's fine. I'm gonna go find some stuff to take.
Gotcha.
I want some stuff.
Oh, oops. I did not mean to do that.
What is... The braces of brachiating, it sounds like something that would be useful sometimes, so I'm going to take one of those.
I think I took one of those. Did I? Oh, I didn't.
Okay,
And
where...
I will...
Does nobody else want another one of these belt of many pouches? I only actually took one, but I will
only
take
took
a second one.
Nareth
took
is...
one.
Nareth is yeah, you take it. I think Nareth doesn't need a huge amount of stuff.
Yeah, I haven't even taken one yet. I didn't even think about it. I was like, where are the tables with the money?
Yeah.
Poor Jane is running around looking for money.
Oh, if you find any, let me know.
I don't understand these currency ways you people have. We just take things. We're automated space
Speaking
communism
of-
where I'm from.
What's on this table?
All we have are rings of lights and rings of truth left.
On
Yeah.
that table, Swabby,
Yes.
roll me investigation.
Oh boy.
Mm.
16.
You find an anti-ill pill. A blister pack of them. They're for
Is this
space
Is this where the
nausea.
pharmaceuticals are?
No, but it looks
Oh,
like somebody
nice.
left theirs there.
Do
Like,
I see any money on these tables as well?
nope, no money on these tables. Jane, are you looking for them? Oh, that's a game, Jane. You know how that plays too. You pass the gems and try and guess which color and get it to stop correctly. You can plug in your data pad and try and hack money from there if you like.
Yes, please.
All right.
I'm gonna do that. Let's go.
Roll me a data check using your brand spanking new macros at the bottom.
How many
Macros,
anti-elves are in
Mhm.
this?
Oh, okay.
Look at that. That's all you need to do a data check now. That's awesome.
Neat.
How many anti-ill pills do I have? Sorry.
Oh, 3.
3.
GM, these are all at the value of credits, yes?
That's correct. So put them in gold because that's what everything reads as.
Oh,
Holy
okay,
crap.
cool.
What just happened?
You found 29.
Oh,
Jane, 29 credits.
Excellent.
watching those dice spill out onto the screen might as well have been the physical representation of the credits.
Right?
You can try again as many machines as you like. You know what happens if... Yep, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, big buddy. Wow.
27 more credits.
Oh, where'd you find that, Jane?
Come play video games. It's great.
She's
Oh,
playing
where's-
video games.
Where's
Laura
the
has
one?
found the other... Yep, that's the bookshop and armor shop. You found where I put the loot. Jane, whatever table you want to steal or take from. Oh, those just have credits sitting on them. You can go ahead,
Yoink.
roll me a 1d100 to just steal the credits off the table.
Where is Jane at?
That work? That's not letting me roll that way. Why is it-
Oh, that's because Foundry wants to be a butt.
Oh, of course it does.
There's where Jane at. Can I jump across this chasm of pipes?
Jane, 64 more off that table. You just scoop them right into your hand.
Wow.
Come on, Slavi. There's
Right,
plenty of things to take.
can I jump over?
14. Suave, where you at? There you are. Oh, yes, you can make that jump.
Cool.
Since
Nareth
Nareth
is
opened that
going-
window.
Lolikas is going to mentally speak to Jane and ask them, what kind of armor might you be able to wear? Because I don't like that you keep getting hit so easily.
Jane's gonna try to respond psychically, but it's gonna come out of her mouth in front of Suavi very embarrassingly as usual.
I like leather armor and light armor. It's good stuff.
All right.
Right. Good for you. Are you going to use these credits to buy some? Because I'm pretty sure we can just take it.
Maybe we could take it? Let's take stuff.
Oh, right.
Taking stuff is cool. I like that.
Oh, a woman after my own heart, Jane. If I knew you were going to be this amenable, I wouldn't have asked Nareth to do it last time.
You see
Alright.
Jane just swiping down the table and adding 26 more credits to the data pad, which you'll have to take those physical ones over to the ATM because they're like tickets at an arcade.
I'm gonna start swiping as well if I can.
Well, those tables all had like the ticket gems on, or the ticket credits on them that are not or that are physical. You want to plug into the games she was playing because those still have unlimited credits. These she swept into her arms and took them all.
Ooh, hell yeah. I'm gonna do that then.
So is Suavi able to rehack the same ones I did?
Yeah, you can
Before.
rehack.
Cool.
The ones, the D100s I rolled, those were just how many paper credits happen to be on the table. These
Gotcha.
machines down here can be rehacked, but if you roll incorrectly, you will maybe trigger another security drone.
Another drone strike?
Yeah. So, Suave, you can't take the ones that Jane's already took, but down here you can try and hack these as many times as you feel you're daring enough to.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
I'll do that then.
go.
I think we shouldn't be wasting our time in stuff like this. I think we should really be moving on and scavenging the rest of the ship, guys.
We're just wasting time until you finish shopping.
I've finished shopping. I was waiting for you.
Ah, well then. Sure. What are we waiting for?
Where is the vending machine?
56 more, Jane.
The vending machines are all
For
over.
pharmaceuticals. Sorry, let me clarify.
That would be the Crash vending machine, but it mostly just sells soda.
Yes, the most popular soda known in the verse, Crash Cola. What kind of crash are you craving?
Ooh.
I don't
It's
really
an
drink
actual
Crash. It's very
brand.
unhealthy. It does a lot to your body, but never mind.
I
does
like
give-
to crash.
Okay.
Where is it? I use that during tax season.
Yeah. There is a vending machine in front of me. It is a machine, and that means that it can be taken apart. Can I inspect it for taking it apart and dismantling it rather than utilizing the credit system?
Oh, yeah, you can. Absolutely, you can. Give me a data check.
Come on.
There's an explosives vending machine.
Unfortunately, it just beeps at you and access is denied. You are not able to hack it.
Hmm. Can I physically take it apart?
Can I come investigate it and see if I can do it?
Yeah, you can try also.
What was
Crash
this?
one. The one that I'm next to over here. This is the one specifically I'm trying to get into.
Okay, and what was I rolling to find out if I could? Was it investigation?
Data.
Data, which is intelligence, right?
Yep, but you can just use your macro down at the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh yeah! Woo! Why not? Oh, great.
Nope,
But better than mine.
that green just stares right back at you, but As you remember, Laura, it has anti-hacking modules, so it'd probably be quite difficult to get it to give you everything for free. Maybe a professional could do it, but thankfully it's not summoning any security drones at you right now.
Yeah,
Jane?
I think Laura's asking about physically tearing it apart.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can do
I'm
that.
going to turn to Jane and I'm going to say, Jane, you have very good claws and seem to be relatively physically well built. Do you think that we could physically destroy
Do you want me to
the
like body check?
encapsulator of this to get to the contents inside?
I could try. Do you want me to like roll like what do I say?
Strength
check on
check.
that.
That's a strength.
As she's doing that, can I provide assistance?
Yeah,
Can I
you
help?
you both can try and beat this up. Jane's strength with advantage.
Let's
Woo!
go.
All right.
Wait, you have -1 to strength? I just asked. Oh no!
So
I
Jane,
think I'm the one
you
with the highest.
take a little running start. You move back to the wall that is up against the martial melee vending machine, and you run at it, and you do get a crash out of it for free. It is. Let me
This is
see.
great.
It spits out 1 crash Cyworm infusion flavor at you.
Ooh.
You didn't
Okay,
manage
how do
to
we-
turn the whole thing to free, but you did get a free can out of it.
Neat.
2. A crash orange
2.
comes out as well.
Oh wow.
Okay, so how much? I don't know how much money I have. I didn't actually calculate
Oh,
that.
that's okay. I can calculate it for you real quick.
Oh, thanks.
You're
I'm gonna
welcome.
spend some money. There's guns in here.
There are guns in there.
Hey Slavi,
Alright.
what's a good gun? There's a fork in here too. Is a fork a good weapon? What's a
No, fork's only good if you want to gouge someone's eyes out. Give me a second, I'll come over.
While that is happening, I'm going to continue to try and make this. Does this vending machine have like the clear front where you can see all the products hanging there?
It does not. It's carbon reinforced on all sides and just has the one little entry slot, and it's got pictures that you can press of each of the different kinds of bottles.
Dang it. Okay.
You might think be able to hack it and have it give you a discount. That might work or be easier than making it entirely free.
Well, while I wait for, I guess, Suave to possibly show up, I'm going to use my psychic mage hand to slip up inside that opening and see if I can't, like, jostle something out
Sure.
instead. Do it that way.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand check. Jane, your money has been added to your account. You
Amazing.
cleaned up.
Whoa, thanks.
Ooh.
Nope.
You hear it start buzzing at you, but you don't get anything.
All right.
I can afford the 2 most expensive guns in here, but Jane knows that the expensive doesn't mean that it's good.
Suave and Nareth, are you going to pick up any pharmaceuticals or any other weaponry, explosives,
Nope.
etc.?
Nareth has already picked up some pharmaceuticals and is just sat in the elevator, just sort of looking around, a little anxious as to the length of time that things are taking, but is sort of like it realizes she has little control over everyone else, so just kind of is just waiting at this point.
Did you look down into the bookstore in the armory?
I went to the armory section. I didn't, but I believe Lorcas pretty much gathered every
Okay.
single scroll in existence. So
Awesome.
I'm sorry. I'm a wizard. I do that.
No, to be honest, Nareth has no interest in scrolls. She gains no benefit from it anyway.
They're for you. All right.
Do I have any credits on
Yes.
mine? How many credits do I have?
You should have 100. It says 80. It's
Okay.
the amount of gold you have in your. It doesn't say credits on your sheet, sadly. It says gold, but it's credits.
Okay.
So they.
Um,
Oh, you
that's right,
first,
because
okay.
we had looted some stuff before. I'm vaguely remembering this now. I would like to, I guess, just buy some of the amp.
You may. You can interact with it the same way you did the other, except it will take money from you.
Has one, and it costs 80 to get it. Ugh. I'm gonna turn to Laura and be like, turn to Suave now that Suave's here and be like, you're good at making these things give you stuff.
Sort
I just
of.
want this one thing.
Alright, let me see what I can do. What do I have to roll?
Are you trying to hack it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me data.
Am I able to give her advantage? Him advantage?
Oof. On a data check, since it's hacking, I don't think so. Suave, all you managed to do is rustle a melodic ineffability flavor of Crash. It comes down the tubes and
What the fuck is melodic ineffability?
it's one of the most
Yeah,
popular flavors.
What does it have? Coffee in it or something?
No, just tastes like
I'm
melodic
gonna
ineffability.
just gonna turn it around and be like, what the fuck is in this thing?
It's blue.
Which one of these would have crossbows in it? I don't think any of them do they?
Non-explosives or non-gun weapons, I think, are in the explosives vending machine, but I don't think any of them has a crossbow. We've got a grenade launcher and like a spear gun, and like your dynamite's in here, some of that.
Dude, like dynamite.
Alright, can I do one attempt more? Specifically, I'm trying to get it to give me the amp.
You can try. Oh, and with your mage hand and with trying to hack that out, yeah, okay. You are able to get a hold just very delicately. You slide your mage hand through where the slot that's supposed to be the drink retrieval, and then very carefully up, and you can feel it with your mind, the ridges of the packet. It's a little foil packet that you just yank the top off of, and it smells like sunshine inside and that little amp fill. And before you know it, that mage hand has brought it into your physical hand, and you have 1 dose of amp.
Nice. Alright, I am happy. I am done.
And this
Bobby.
amp, you know, is a stimulant. It is a drug.
Yes, I
Oh.
pocket that into one of my pouch pockets that
Yep.
I have on me. And then I am also going to turn to Jane, and as she's trying to do a thing, be like, all right, I know that maybe you didn't like the dress so much, but I got you proper armor. Will you try it?
Absolutely, as long as I don't turn into a pretty choker again.
I don't think you will.
Excellent.
And then I will figure out how to give this to you. Hang on.
Yep, just on your item
Eh.
sheet.
Bobby, what's a good boomstick in this?
A good what stick?
I want to shoot things.
Oh, right, let me see. You thinking of range or power? Depends what you want.
What?
Do you want range or do you want power?
Why not both?
Oh, so you want something in between, that's fine. Let me see.
Suave, as you look through these, please give me a perception check.
Sure.
Okay.
Oof.
Jane and Laura, you can as well if you like. You don't have to.
I will because I like rolling things.
I do too. Ooh, okay. Lore specifically, you notice that the prices on this are at least double what they have been on other planets, but you figure that that's likely because it's a tourist destination. Tends to happen like that.
Yeah.
Where's I?
Ina's
Ina's in the other room.
he's borking away in
Okay.
the elevator. Probably.
All right. Okay, well, I'm just gonna buy a gun. This is something I never thought I'd do when I was crunching numbers.
Yeah, I don't know which one to choose. You're also interesting.
Choose what looks good.
So, Nareth has the phaser, right?
Nareth does, yes.
Nareth has a phaser, yes.
So it's not the same as a stun gun, I assume.
Nope, they're a different thing. A stun gun actually is a depending which one you get. There's two different stun guns, but the one I believe is in here is it's a good old standard buzz zap stun gun.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to buy the ion cannon.
You get it. It's yours.
Clicking. What icon do I click to buy it? It says buy stack, buy item. There we go. One.
Buy all the ion cannons.
All of them. I'll throw them like dynamite one at a time.
Oh no.
There you go. You've bought an ion cannon.
Woo.
It's a hell of a weapon.
Pew, pew.
Pew, pew indeed. All right.
One last thing. As they're making the thing give them guns, I would like to see if I can't access this explosives one with a data check real fast
Sure.
for a dynamite stick.
Can I do the same? Because I love dynamite.
Oh my god. Can I just get all the dynamite and have it like fall at Jane's feet?
You actually end up resetting this, and the screen blinks rapidly a couple of times, and everything zeroes out.
Oh Lord! She starts washing her hands with excitement. Leaving
You
her
too.
All right,
wall.
You two are fucking impressive.
Anything you would like that is explosive, get it while it's hot. That's what they say, right?
Oh, I can buy whole stacks. I'm going crazy.
There's a joke in there somewhere of me being explosive and getting me while I'm hot.
Oh dear.
Oh. All right.
You
Nareth
are.
has none of those.
I don't think that I can shoot a grenade launcher, but that's so so tempting.
Take it anyway.
You have grenades, and you can put like frag grenades in there. You can. All that jazz.
Jane somehow laughs evilly, showing her Rothy inside briefly.
Jane has turned into a bombardier.
I'm a rogue. I'm an accountant.
You're an explodey rogue.
Jane, since you said you use it to get through tax time, I'm going to assume that Crash actually does work on you, and while you finish looting the machine that Lorcas got to give you everything for free, you think it might be a good idea to have a drink of Crash before you go downstairs to those hunting grounds.
Let's go.
Well, we have
Alright.
two. We've 3 drinks that came out. So what would you like?
And any of them taste like psychics.
I don't actually. I have a Psy Worm infusion
Whoa!
here.
Jane, that's your favorite flavor.
Oh
Jane's gonna like greedily like fumble with it, and her claws are like her claw hands are just like opening it up, and she just like chugs it, like stabs us a hole in the side of shotguns like a college frat boy would a PBR.
That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. You just stab the hell out of that, and you roll. You recover 8.
So do
Wait. Jane gets 8 HP back.
8 HP
Yeah.
from that, yep.
Fuck's sake.
All right.
Wow.
All right. I'm gonna go back to that vending machine. Jane, do you have more money
yeah.
to purchase more of these? This seems good for you to have.
I bought all the things. I bought a gun. I have. Wait, hold on. How much are these?
10
Yeah.
each. How much do you have left?
I have 8. 6, 8. Hold on. And
8 total?
4 gold.
You have 4 gold.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go get more. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go steal.
Don't. No, we don't really have time. I will just spend some of mine.
Thank you. Here. You can have some grenades.
I don't need those, thank you. I'm going to go ahead, and the Psyworm infusion is 10 gold each, so I'm going to purchase. We'll just buy 5 of them.
You buy 5.
Yes. Alright, and I'm going to give all of those to Jane. Please stop dying. Also, stop eating me in order to stop dying.
I'm trying.
Jane now
I
has
think
a 6-pack to carry around just for safekeeping.
It's just ridiculous because like we don't have a tank, so Jane's like, well, I guess I'll do it. I'm an accountant. Like that's not exactly the same thing, sweetheart.
I'm an accountant. I got this.
All right. As we begin to walk away, Laura will look over to Suave and say, "Do you have armor on?"
I do indeed.
All right. I think we're as good as we're going to get.
Right. Well, shall we start actually part scavenging then?
Are we going to the hunting room?
We're going to the hunting grounds.
I don't know if this is the greatest idea that we've had.
Or it's the worst idea that we've had, but
I think those are the
we
same.
need that captain.
Be okay. Let's go.
So, with new resolution, you
where-
decide to go to the hunting grounds.
So where are we going, guys?
Hunting grounds.
Probably to
Right.
our own deaths.
I
Going
wasn't
up.
in the room when you guys decided where we were going, so I thought I'd check.
Fair.
The
Ooh.
swirls! There's a swirl right there, Swabby!
Yeah, what else is fucking new? If I had to kill every throw on the ship, we'd be here forever. I'm just gonna shoot it anyway, though.
Roll to shoot.
Ding.
Oh, you hit it.
Throws.
Congratulations.
You see it.
You have defeated the thrall.
The walls
Right.
around you, unlike everything else, seem like trees now.
Wait, I have a question. Weren't we doing something while I was supposed to go back to the ship?
Yes,
We're gonna
we were
look
gonna
at
get
Nareth.
spacesuits. Yeah.
You had
Should I
debated
do that now or later?
I would say maybe now. Let's all go back. Should we head back to the
I can do it alone, I believe.
No, but I think we should
Anybody-
wait to get the teleporter, just because if the ship starts exploding at teleporter.
Oh, okay. I thought you would continue to get the captain.
Either
We
or,
are
I
here.
suppose.
I suppose since we are here, let us make this quick.
Okay, sure.
You see a computer screen blinking down below the elevator that you assume is probably meant for employees to start the experience.
The
I'll make sure that's
experience.
off. Is that
No
off?
one-
I want it off.
It is currently off.
I want to
No
lock
one
it. Can we
fucking
lock
touch
it?
anything.
Can we make sure it doesn't accidentally turn on?
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to turn on.
Okay.
Neither will the lights.
Oh, good.
All right.
Do I have the light or a light aura around me still, or is that
Oh,
gone?
do you
That's
still have
gone.
your torch?
Yeah, I've never lost it. So
Oh.
I mean, if the lights are off, then whenever the lights are off, I'm just gonna turn it on automatically, just to ensure that we have light.
Cool.
It's this grass turns into pipes. Very,
Oh,
very,
right,
not
there's
normal.
guys, there appears to be some sort of robot up north.
All right.
I cannot. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, don't let it see you. Maybe. Don't know what it is.
I would like to, I guess, eyeball it to see is it like one of the security
Or-
drones,
Give me
or is it
perception.
another robo dog?
Anybody who wants to look, well, give me actually technology. Everybody.
Not perception. Okay.
Nope, to be able to
Yeah.
tell what kind of piece of technology this is.
That's
Okay.
intelligence, right? Or what is it?
That's your
It's your button
macro.
at the bottom.
Wait, I'm sorry, what was it?
That's your macro, right
the
at the
bottom.
bottom left-hand corner.
Got
Oh,
it.
tech intelligence, yeah?
Yep. Oh,
DM, I'm proficient in technology,
Nareth is not
but we can
intelligent
fix
today.
it later.
How are we all doing so badly?
oof. You're proficient in technology, you said, Suave?
Yeah, but I can fix it.
Okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
that means you should have a what, +3?
Proficiency
No.
bonuses started at +2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it levels me out.
Okay. Yeah, so all of you look at that drone and you think it might be, yeah, it could be a security drone. It looks like it. It looks like the ones you saw upstairs. It has the same insignia. It definitely is a drone that's associated with this place. It has the logo on it.
Does it seem like it's off?
It doesn't seem active at the moment.
All right.
It's
Let
a security
us
drone, you said.
try the other direction.
Appears to be.
I could try and make it our friend.
What?
Hacking. I can hack things. That's something I can do. You know, just in general.
Perhaps if we need to.
All right, not a problem.
So what are we doing?
How about this?
I'll.
I will walk over there and we'll see if it activates. If it does not, Nareth, you can, I suppose, try to get it to help us the way we got Ein to help us.
Where are you,
Oh.
Laura? I can't see your token.
I'm right here.
I cannot see your token.
Really?
I'm invisible. Ooh.
No, I can't.
I've become a ghost.
I can.
That's very strange.
Let me refresh and see if it fixes it.
As you step within 10
Obvi.
feet of it, Laura, it does hum to life.
Freeze.
It begins floating in front of you, and a little red text crosses the reading screen, the teal output screen, and it reads, "Do you need assistance?"
Is there like do I need to touch screen it?
It does appear to be like a touch screen. If you're going to interface with it, you can roll me another technology check.
All right. I'm going to touch the yes. No.
Administering assistance, and it reaches out, grabs your arm, and jams a needle into it.
Oh,
Oh no.
For 1d4. Well, I guess roll to assist.
What? I don't know what I'm doing. What do you want me to roll?
You don't need to roll yet.
Yeah, that's the most ominous addition to that statement.
Roll me a dex saving throw, please.
Okay.
Wait, me or someone else?
Lorcas.
Okay.
Dex.
Do I need? Is there anything I can do to help?
Not for Dex.
No, that's
Can I-
okay, because you were rolling it contested against that 4. So you yanked your arm
Oh.
out in time as you just see this robot pull out a needle or an injector, place it down where your arm would have been had it gotten a hold of it, and hit the injection, and it just squirts the solution into the ground. And then it says assistance rendered across the telescreen and goes
I
inert
jump
again.
all the way back, and I'm like, no, I don't want this. This robot doesn't seem friendly.
right. What the fuck was that?
I think
Oh,
it's
it's
trying to
happy.
give you drugs.
Oh, well, maybe I should make friends with it.
Sure.
Right. Can I try and see what this thing is?
Yeah. Do you want to get close and interface with it like Lore did?
Yeah, my tech check earlier wasn't that good. Yeah, sure, I'll walk up to it.
Then you see the same screen. Do you need assistance? And a yes or no.
No.
Then that's it. It sits there and it just stares at you or nothing. It doesn't really have eyes. It's just a box with a teal output screen and two what look like arms, but they have needles attached at the ends.
Right. I'm gonna turn back around to everyone else and say, well, would it be an idea if we killed this thing and took whatever was on the end of its arms to see what the fuck it was?
I'd rather not trigger a possible security alert. Maybe at the end.
Oh.
If you'd like to try and find out what it is again, you can give me another technology check from up close.
Alright, I'll do that. Oof.
Suave,
This thing
you
has resembled us.
you don't know, but you did see what it did to Lore when it tried to take her arm, and you imagine that might be one way to find out what it does.
Perhaps it is a medbot of some sort.
Medbots don't just casually fucking stab you with a needle after one question. That's
Have you ever been on a Rothian warship? If not, yes, they do.
right. Remind me to never set foot in a fucking Rhodian warship.
I will never let you do that as long as I'm around.
Thank you. Right. Well, what now? What are we looking for again? The captain?
I think so, yes.
Nareth is
Right.
the only source of light in this darkness.
That's okay, we can
Is-
see in the dark.
You know,
This
you
seems to
way
be-
to make me feel useful, guys.
Look, this
Okay.
seems to be a bit of a maze. Would it be an idea to leave some sort of trail behind us so you can tell where we've been?
In my head, I say to Jane, tell Suave that we will just go in a spiral and be able to find our way back. No, Jane, nothing? Okay.
What? Let's go.
Is the doggo coming?
It's a squirrel! Thwirl! It's a there's husk! Y'all!
Well, here's hoping one of these is the captain. Should I shoot it?
Let us, yes.
You
Right.
see the husk, and it sees you. It's trying to come at you. It was chasing a thwirl, but it appears to be caught in what looks like a bear trap.
Oh, easy target then. I try and shoot at it.
All right. Roll to shoost.
Shoot.
Can I also roll to shoes?
Everybody roll initiative.
Initiative.
So many dice.
Dice.
Some of them are thrown very aggressively, and I'm like, all right.
I maxed out mine because it was hilarious.
My offhand shoot hit.
Why is the game paused again? Is that just for me?
Oh, nope.
Separate punch.
Oh, okay.
That
If
was
I-
me
if I
setting
ma-
initiative.
If I managed to get in my offhand shoot before initiative started, it took 7 damage.
It did.
Okay. The dog gets better initiative than me.
Well, you know, he has those keen senses.
Good boy. Wait, the thwirl gets initiative?
Yep, the throw gets initiative. Everyone gets initiative.
So, hey, how's this ship look around us right now? Is it look flimsy, like I shouldn't throw a grenade? Does it look okay, like, let's
I
go
would-
boom happy?
I would not recommend throwing grenades in or out of character.
These walls
Dang.
look very thick, and unlike the other walls, they appear to be covered with branches, tree husks, long, tall tree limbs that seem hundreds of years old, which defies the very nature of this ship. But that's what you see.
you not want to try out your new gun? Didn't you
I
get
do.
a gun?
Oh yeah, but I also got a grenade launcher.
Oh, that's right.
Oh no.
But it is actually Suavi's proper turn.
Shoot the husk. 419.
That hits.
3 damage. Offhand shoost.
Oh, that hits.
Oh. It's almost a crit, almost. It's close. Another 3 damage.
He's hanging in there, in that trap.
How the fuck?
It is trying so hard to get at you, but not happening. Thwirl starts fleeing. Just.
Oh, there's a second husk I can see. Oh,
Thorl's getting away.
No, it's not.
The one that gets away.
And that's its turn. Nareth.
Oh my god.
Nareth cannot physically see anything. She's gonna squeeze forward. Nope. Squeeze here. Nope. There we go. There's something. She shoots one of the husks.
Shoot.
Roll. I rolled a 13 plus 4.
Yes, that hits.
That- Yes, so, sorry, I was trying to do math. That's a 17 to hit with a 2d4 damage. The least satisfying dice to roll. That is 6 radiant damage, non-lethal.
Shit, okay. That husk looks in bad shape. Jane, it is your turn.
Let's go with the.
Now for the lethal damage.
guns. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my ion cannon and aim for this husk that I've never done the gun before. Let's go.
Roll to gun! One of us! One of
One
us!
of us.
Oh,
Wow.
So Jane just whips out this giant ion cannon. Just huge, two-handed, holding it in front of her. And she fires and it shoots off to the side into a tree. Thankfully, not one that's lining the walls. But it just does not hit this first time. Jane, you might have to get used to this weapon.
I think you're right.
Lorikis, it is your turn.
After kind of dodging to the side with the excitement of that cannon, I will reach out my fractal necrotic energy for. Yeah, that's a failed wisdom save. So let us do some good damage, good damage, good damage. Yeah.
Oh.
11 as those petals rip at its flesh with the death.
Tell me how it dies.
With the
Oh,
dead.
yes. So I say the elven word, pull you to the grave, and the petals, they encase it and then wither and pull downward, and he is pulled down into the ground as everything sort of pulls him apart, and he
Suavi,
becomes a
upon
pile of
hearing
flesh.
Suavi, upon hearing the death curse in Elvish, is going to panically look over at you.
As you see this die in front of you, which is not the first time, Lore has massacred something with this mighty word in front of you.
I mean, it might be the first time that Suave has really been close enough to register what Lore was saying, and Lore just looks
Yeah.
back like, "What? What do you want? What? I don't know what's wrong."
Is that your turn?
That is out. That. Yep.
Fine. Would you like him to pursue Thwirl or pursue something else?
I feel like I don't know about
Oh,
everyone
I have
else,
a
but I feel like if he runs off, he's gonna die. So I want to stick with the group.
Okay. Ein will stay.
If no one else contests that, obviously.
I think it's fine, yeah.
If he move here, he can get his Bork in. If you would like him to.
Bork.
All right, Bork.
Fish is Borkery.
This is Borkery.
Vicious Borkery. Vicious Borkery. Borkery. Borkery.
Oh, Ein tries. He gives a really, really good, but it just fades out. That's his turn. Suave. 'Tis you.
Right. I can see the other one from here, so I'm just gonna shoot the bolt gun.
Roll to
If the
gun.
range. If the range. Oh, 30 feet actually. My guns are 30 feet. So I'm gonna move a teeny bit closer. Gonna move into this doorway. There you go.
Yeah, that one gets a
Okay.
little sticky. Oh, that hits.
21. 5 damage, offhand attack. $16.
16 hits.
Another 4, so
Nice.
total 9.
Very nice.
9 radiant damage.
Beautiful. That
I'm gonna move back out a bit again,
smart.
because I still have that.
You
So,
have some movement
and that's my
left.
turn.
Excellent. That husk, having seen you, is going to come towards that entrance. There he is. The Thwirl. It continues to
Oh.
run.
Suave's gonna get away.
That's the least of our fucking problems.
Is it though? I feel like this contention you have with Thwirls is pretty epic.
What happened to you wanting to tame one?
I mean, I don't know if it's a good idea anymore. I don't want it to eat all of my magical tech.
Yeah, Swavi would hate you, so.
It is your turn, Nareth.
It is my turn. Nareth is going to go here and is going to. Words in my brain. I have lost them. Is going to
Mood.
fire at it. Yes, that's the words. I rolled an 8 plus 4. 12, does that hit?
No, unfortunately, that does not hit.
Alright, I'll mark a 12 in the chat and then I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Jane.
Let's run over here and shoot the husk.
Shoot it!
I'm trying.
You can do it, Jane.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Ah. Oh.
You hit it.
Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. She pulls out the huge gun again, aims at the husk, and goes while she's shooting it.
You slam that thing with a heavy bit of damage. Lorikis, it is your turn.
Alright, I need to know if this thing in front of me is the captain.
Oh, do you want to use your action to investigate it?
I do.
Okay. It
Oh
is
my
not the
God.
captain, but it does look like a high-ranking crew member, so you feel like you're getting close if a crew member is around this level.
Okay. Can I loot it?
Hold on, let me...
I can't click it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you probably can't yet, because I haven't turned it into a corpse yet. Yep, you can now loot it.
Still red.
I've marked it as dead. You should be able to see it. Permissions, sorry. Gosh.
There we go.
There you go.
Alright.
Is that your turn?
Yes, I will pick up the dynamite and detonation cord as I have, well, and the frag grenade, and just kind of hold on to them for giving to Jane.
Alright. Nice. Very nice. Iron Bork, and it works this time. You hear, rah! And Ein does 1 whole damage, sending this thing down to its knees. Suave.
Right, guess what?
Roll to shoot.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
hits.
I was so close to being a crit. My dice tumbled
It
over
was.
20.
Ooh.
5 damage on the attack.
It's on its last leg, Swabby.
Oh no!
Oh no,
Fuck's sake. Okay, well, I'm gonna move away from it.
Swabby, you hit
Thank-
the wall in front of you, bud. You hit the wall, hon. The wall. Just like 10 feet in front of you, not even.
Alright, thank you. Moving on.
Have you been drinking?
Like, fuck have I been drinking?
The husk is going to try and body slam Ein.
No, doggo!
Oh, no.
Excellent. Man.
What the heck is Ein's armor class? No, it's only 11.
Oh, it does not hit. Ein, he's very dexterous. He just jumps out of the way.
Yay!
And that's his turn. Nareth.
Nareth pew pew because Nareth have nothing else to do.
Pew pew.
Nareth rolled 12. Nareth misses.
Everyone rolls to gun now.
Oh man, today is not a day for good rolls, I think.
We all wasted them whilst we were fucking about with the dice
Yeah,
set
that's
at the start.
I rolled a bunch of nat 20s in the very beginning. As Nareth, like, for like the 4th time shoots and misses, Larikis kind of like tries to catch her eye and sort of has the dynamite and the frag grenade in her hand and kind of like reaches it towards her, like, do you want these instead? Maybe try your luck with them.
It works.
Eyes go completely wide and is like, no!
Jane's eyes also go completely wide and go, yes.
Beautiful. Jane, it's your turn.
Okay, gotta shoot it again.
Do it.
Jane's
Gun
got this warlord like bloodthirst in her at this point.
You can take the girl out of the Ruthian, but no.
Oh, that hits.
makes sense.
And take the Rothian out of the girl, I guess? I don't know.
Jane, tell me how you blow this thing away with your ion cannon.
Jane just starts screaming. She's like in Rambo mode and just shoots it again and goes, okay.
Was it just me, or did everyone else hear that fade into the void?
It did,
Yep.
it did.
Yep.
She's completely in this like Rambo style mode, and then as soon as it explodes and like shoots and like actually hits, she goes, okay, I think I got the hang of the gun now.
You sure as hell do, Jane.
And
You
then she washes her
blow it
hands.
away. You
Heck
absolutely
yeah.
massacred
I did that!
thing.
I did that!
Yeah.
I did it on him.
Larikis will hand you the grenade and dynamite stick as a, I guess, celebration. Congratulations. As she then steps over by this dead body and hopes that it is the captain.
Go ahead and investigate.
Just like, I'm just imagining finding me like, have you seen my son?
That's a 14.
You see that this is another crew member along with the first.
All right. Does it also have the same loot on it? I'll just hand that right on over to Jane before she
does.
runs off. She ran off.
I was looking at this tree. It's really kind of cool. Like, this map is
Okay.
pretty tight.
Thank you.
When Laura like has the grenade and dynamite in her hand and lifts it up, anticipating handing it to Jane, instead hands it to Suave. Takes a second, goes, "Oh, sure." Hands it over to Suave.
Oh, okay. Is there like a trading system in your inventory that you can use to pass it over?
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, sure. Here. And then if people want to keep searching while I do this, it's slow. Sorry.
Yep, you hear the chatter of thwirls. You have darkness has settled over you, and it's eerily quiet down here. You figure you're sandwiched in the middle of the ship now, the widest part. Probably the largest floor, also.
Dead end down here. Okay.
Is this a real tree?
It was.
What is this?
It's a tree.
It was.
You can use
Okay.
perception if you like.
Yeah.
There's a door.
Where?
It yells
did
at
you
you
guys
when you
do?
try to open it.
Oh, I didn't even try to open it, did I? I think I
Oh, there's the
passed
door.
it.
It sure is a
I
tree,
missed that
Lore.
one.
Yeah. I was distracted by them sounding an alarm.
Okay.
Who has
do we
the
wanna do?
security pad?
I have security access.
Yes, please do that instead of sending that alarm off again.
I try and access the door with my security access.
You sure do. It opens right up.
Oh!
Whoa!
This is
Gun,
why I don't stand in doorways!
gun.
And initiative.
Done.
Fuck. Fuck me sideways.
That involves a lot of movement and motion.
Acrobatics.
I'd have to roll
Yeah.
dexterity for that.
These husks don't do a good job rolling.
Thank
No.
goodness, though. Thank goodness. Can I just shoot? I just want to shoot at it again.
Oh, you will get to, but not yet. Nareth, can I have your initiative, please?
Oh yes, I forgot that it doesn't just automatically roll.
That's okay. I can change it.
Nah, it's fine. I got it. It's just rolled it in there.
Ah, okay. Lorikis. Well, actually, it's gonna get a surprise attack on you, unfortunately.
The joys.
What is your initiative? Because it says 14-4. Are you just accepting that?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
what
okay.
I rolled.
Oh, okay. I thought I rolled it for you accidentally. Gosh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Then it is going to try and body slam you, Nareth.
Hey.
Yahoo.
Yahoo!
Yahoo!
That was surprisingly good. Do that again.
For a 10, it misses you. You step back.
Hey.
You
Just about misses. Blimey, it's not exactly hard to do that. It's not
step.
exactly easy to do that. I mean.
It steps forward, and now, Lorikis, it is your turn.
All right. We will try the mind sliver one again, just to shake it up. So, I say a gith word, and this needs to make an intelligence saving throw as I reach my mind out to stab it with a mental knife of sorts.
Oh,
Yes, that is a fail. So
No.
I stab you with 2 damage in your brain.
you just see it shriek and lift its hands up to its head and go as your damage takes hold. Nareth.
Then
Oh,
I do
sorry.
want to eyeball it just real briefly. Does it look like it's wearing captain's clothes?
It does not.
Damn. Okay.
Nareth is gonna. Am I in combat reach of it currently? I believe I am.
Yes, I had it knock you back because that's what Body Slam does, but technically you'd be right there because Body Slam didn't hit. So yeah, you're in combat
Yeah.
reach.
Great. I am going to words. There are words in my brain. Whip out an antimatter knife, I guess, or and try to stab it. So
Sure.
I rolled a 14.
That hits.
Great. And it's just 1d4, my bad. So it's 1d4 damage. So I deal a total of 3 necrotic damage to it as she squeals in panic.
Nareth squeals but manages to find a place for this knife to land as the husk takes 3 damage. Jane.
You gotta roleplay that squeal man one of these days.
I'm not gonna pull the thing out. I'm gonna claw. I'm gonna do the Dr. Claw on this thing, I guess.
Dr. Claw it.
I guess. So oh, that's great.
That hits.
13. And I'm gonna damage it! She's still Rambo mode, just screaming, clawing at it now.
The lasers
right in her
rend
face.
through the flesh. And Ein, he just borks at the entire crazy situation.
Just whenever Jane squeals, I imagine just her head through his back like a fucking sock puppet.
Ein Bork! Viciously! Suave!
Gun.
Roll to gun.
On hand gun.
That hits.
5 damage.
Very nice.
Offhand gun.
That does not hit.
Oof. That is my turn.
Husk, Nareth, you're still right in front of it, so it's gonna try and body slam you.
Oh!
Oh no.
21 hits ya. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure, I'm gonna roll digitally just because it's easier and swifter for everyone involved. I rolled well.
Good, okay. So you
Yay.
take 7 damage and are thrown back that way.
Astounding.
And that's it. You know, take no additional damage because you passed your save throw.
Excellent.
And that's its
Oh
turn.
man, I want to know what that feels like someday.
You want to
Loricus.
be body slammed? Okay. So because it failed on my Mind Sliver attack, it is now going to subtract a d4 from the saving throw I need it to make against my Toll the Dead
Ooh.
as I speak the elvish word, pull you to the grave, and attack it with the petals.
Oh, it fails so hard.
It so fail. Come on, give me good damage. No. Alright, well, 2 damage.
Still. You see it wither as those petals land on the husk, land on the shoulders, and just pull flesh as they fall to the ground. Nareth, oh, my darling, it is your turn.
Astounding. Nareth is very injured, so she's going to disengage and go 5, 10, 15, because she is on 1 hit point and will soon be dead.
Very wise. Jane, it is your turn, dear.
No, bitch. I don't even know how much health this husk has left. We're gonna claw at its face again.
Get it.
She's
Get it in the
back.
face.
She's full on just still like just out of her mind.
I live for your Jane screams.
Let's
Please, someone in the
Oh!
future just compile all of Jane's screams into a single YouTube video, please.
Miss because I'm too enthusiastic.
Oh
Man.
You're just so excited that it just barely missed. You happen to hit right where Loricus had already hit. So, you know, had she not sloughed that bit of flesh off, you would have hit it. But it is already gone. Ein, Bork's behind you. Rah, rah. And
Please save Hopper.
nothing happens. Suave, it is your turn.
Wait, it failed its wisdom save, so it should attack, right? It's a DC 12?
Oh,
It
yeah,
rolled
you're right.
Under.
Gosh, my
Ooh.
I was
brain.
like, why didn't it work?
There he goes.
Yeah. What? Oh, bestest boy.
Good job, Ein.
Right, gun.
Oh, that hits.
2 damage. Offhand gun.
Slowly but surely. That hits. Oh,
7.
oh, Suave. It's on its last leg.
Oh.
There's only
Singular
one leg left.
Yeah.
There's only one leg left.
Wow.
It's the left leg, actually. and only half of it's there.
Someone just fucking swipe kick it then.
It's very floppy at the kneecap, but it's gonna throw its entire body at you.
What, me?
Yep, you.
Moi? Just moi? Oh la la.
C'est toi. For 21.
Ooh.
Wow.
I need
Two
you to
throws
make
McDoodles.
a con save, please.
Not the best at those. Okay.
That's Slavi, no!
Suave, you feel the husk sucking the air out of your lungs and into its own, even though they don't function anymore. Just pure selfish spite is yanking the air out of your very breathing apparatus, and until the husk's next turn, you have disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws.
Oh, fuck.
Laricus, Suave is now choking in front of you as this husk maws at him.
Yeah, let's try and put this thing down. Petals bloom into the air around it again. If I can get a wisdom saving throw.
You sure can.
Nice.
Put it down, Lore.
Nice. Is that enough?
That's enough. Tell me how it goes.
I encase it in petals, and then the petals pull it down before turning to dust, because I don't want Suave to accidentally breathe it in, because it seems like they're having trouble breathing. So, I'm trying to be considerate.
Aww. You are very considerate, and it pulls the husk down, turning to dust. And Suave does not further breathe it in. In fact, Suave, your breath returns to you as the husk releases your breath as it dies.
Oh, fuck.
And we are out of initiative.
Could we stop for like an hour? I think I'm really, really not doing well.
Yeah, you
Oh,
look like
you're right.
you look like crap.
I feel like poop.
Like poop. Bless.
Goodness me.
James tries to help Nareth stay upright a little bit.
You look
Cons-
inside that
Ed.
door, Lorcas, and you see that it's a very tiny room with only one way in, one way out, and a lockable door, and it would be safe to rest for an hour in there if you so chose.
This could be a snug, but viable option.
Nareth, do you think you can hold yourself over here? I don't think we want to sit out in the grass where husks can come find us.
A good plan. I hate this wall in particular that stops me easily dragging my token, but I will. Here we are. That is, I closed the door. Oops, I was so frightened.
Yeah, you gotta get inside first.
Yeah,
As
everyone
everybody's
else,
crawling-
fuck off. I need privacy.
As everybody's crawling inside, I do want to check, just make sure that this isn't a captain or anything useful.
You see that these also are crew members, and it seems like you're finding a large portion of the crew here on this floor, whereas other husks that you've seen have largely been guests aside from the one cook.
Yeah.
And this seems like where the crew has gone.
Okay. I will grab I presume there's a stick of dynamite and a grenade. I'll hand those over to Jane, I suppose, to increase your count.
Excellent.
And then we will take a long rest. Or a short rest. So the three of us already took a short rest? Question mark?
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
but for Nareth, we'll allow them to as well. And
I mean, we can take as many short rests as we like, but I don't have any hit dice left.
yeah.
My question mark was to make sure that I knew that I used my feature. 'Cause-
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's marked off as used. Okay, cool.
All right. So as you sit down and rest, does anybody talk about anything, or do you just let a nice quiet settle over you?
I could really just do with a rest.
Out of nowhere, Laura just hears, "Hi, hi, I'm in your head."
This was great because Lore sat down and did like I'm gonna meditate. I've got myself settled into a crossed leg, straight back, relaxed position, and she was beginning to empty her mind and center her emotions, and then fucking Jane just Kool-Aid Man crashes into her in her
Oh
sanctum.
God!
As Jane
Yeah.
tends to want to do.
Laura's eyes open real fast, and she goes, "That wasn't exactly pleasant."
Oh, sorry.
Wait, is this out loud or is this in your head still?
That was out loud. That was out loud.
You two really need to start having your conversations out loud.
I don't know
Actually,
if you'd like that.
If we switched to fully in our heads, which Jane seems to have finally figured out how to do, that probably would also solve the situation.
Guess I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs.
Jane is
Unless
somehow
you wish to
washing
be
her
a part of
hands in Laura's head at the same time. She washes her hands in real life now.
That is an interesting sensation.
And as you take a little respite and take a little respite, we also will take one from today and find out what happens next time on the Velocity of Ping.
Sorry,
Thank
we
you
didn't
all.
get off of the ship like you thought we would.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you all for
Thought
being
we
here
did.
today, and stay through the credits because we have a little something extra for you afterwards. Thank you, everybody. Good job, everybody. Thank you for being here with us today. I'm Void Egg, the GM, and I would like to present to you our lovely players. We have Getting Stabbed as Jane. Say hi.
Hi!
Anything you would like to tell about yourself or what you do?
I'm Cassandra. I'm a software engineer. I like eating peanut butter M&Ms and taking lots of naps. Woo!
Amazing things. Thank you very much, Cassandra, for being here. We love you. We love Jane. St. Hills, aka Nareth.
Hi, my name is. I go by Hills. I'm an ex-student, but now I just kind of live that boring life that adults do. And I don't really have anything that I can push right yet, but hopefully I will at some point in the mildly near future. So we'll see. Hello, I'm awkward, apparently.
So are we all. It's no big deal. Evie Story, Loricus.
Hello, I'm Evie. I'm a neuroscientist, currently unemployed though. I like M&Ms as well. And I am currently, I have a friend whom I'm going to possibly be doing a stream with that'll be fun about science and playing sciencey video games and stuff. So follow me on my Twitch and Twitter, which are both at Evie Story, for the reportings of as those things begin to happen. And it'd be great to see anybody hang out with us.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Last but not least, Katie Beldy, aka Suave.
I'm Katie Beldy. That's the username you'll find me at almost any major platform. I also go by Caitlin in real life. I'm on the home stretch of my music degree. I'm just away to graduate. I aspire to become a composer for whichever media I can find work in, hence why I've made the music that you've heard in the background today. I prefer Snickers to M&Ms personally, but I like both. That's it.
I mean, peanut butter M&Ms are where it's at for me. That's just where I stand. I won't be budged. But thank you very much, Swabi, Caitlin. And I'm Void Egg. I'm the GM. You can find me at I'm Void Egg on Twitch and Twitter. I don't really stream unless it's D&D, but I do GM things. I write, I play games, I do a whole bunch of nerd shit and have a lot of fun. You can come follow me if you like that sort of thing. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate every single one of you. I hope you had a blast, and come join us next week where our intrepid spacers hopefully find the captain that they've been searching for. Thank you so much, everybody. Take care and stay safe. Bye.
Hope I find my captain.
Bye.